bowling well in tandem, these two. Sumit Hussain flicked away and straight to the fielder, directed, and things would have been very, very interesting. Risky single taken there, Arjun.
Yeah, Farhan just getting it off his pads, but I think he maybe just slightly hesitated before pushing through for that single. That would have been a very, very close call there. Good bit of work by the mid-on fielder. If he had hit, it could have been almost curtains for Farhan. So slightly risky there. They'll want to be wary of this in the upcoming deliveries.
Yeah, you've just lost a wicket. You don't want to be losing another one, and that too in the form of a run out. It's just a horrible feeling to be getting out in your opening game, and that too a run out. Two slips in place and a fourth slip in position as well. Beautifully played. Unstunned, he's just made his way in the centre, so he does have that privilege and ample bit of time to really apply himself in the middle. There's no need for the rush. We will see as the day will progress, as the lights will take effect in the evening. That's where the ball will come onto the bat much better. It won't keep low, I don't think so, because it's a green top. I had a close look at the wicket. But yes, it will skid on and the wicket will get better. Beautifully bowled once again. Excellent delivery.
Yeah, I think this is a better line from Sumit as well. They'd want Ansh Tandon to be playing at maximum deliveries as soon as he's come in. They've got those catching fielders in that slip corner as well. 2 slips and that gully. And a very, very short mid-wicket fielder as well. They're trying to put that pressure on him early. And they'd want the big scalp of Ansh Tandon early, so Sumit is going to be on the mark.
Upish, and very, very close to the fielders. That could have been another wicket going down. You'll have to be slightly careful here. Also, if you observe one thing, Arjun, is that the bowlers, they're ensuring that they make the batters play with the new ball. And that's good to see. You need to ensure, at least for the first 10 overs, when you will expect the ball to move around, jag around, you have to ensure you pitch it slightly fuller and ensure to let the batter go for the drives. That's where the outside edges come into play.
Yeah, for sure, exactly, because they've kept that cover region slightly free as well, so they'll be looking to entice that drive.
Lovely delivery. Yeah, this is where now I think these two, Farhan and Ansh, will need to steady the ship. But the question remains to be asked. We know Farhan Babar, he's a very explosive batter. Be it any format, he is one of those batters who really like to back his natural gameplay, which is to really go after the bowlers. But so far, I think that the wicket which has fallen, it's just held him back now, and he's being a little bit more careful in the middle. That was the first wicket going down. Excellent take by Mayank. Oh, what a pickup shot. That is a magnificent hit by Farhan. Marginally short onto the pads, and look at him go.
Yeah, just as we were talking about how explosive he is, just whipped that one off his hips for the first 6 of the match. Right then at the end of 5, it's Ajman 17 for the loss of 1. So we look at this one once again, just waited on that, powered it.
Yes. Sabir to continue with his 3rd over. Lovely delivery once again. He's just getting the basics right. He's keeping things relatively simple in the middle. Sabir is not trying to do anything extraordinary. just landing the ball at the right areas. That's the perfect length you would want to start off when you're bowling with the new ball.
Yeah, I feel like this over there's gonna be a there's gonna be a slight change in the line this over. They've got that deep square leg who's slightly finer, and they've got that short leg in place as well. That allows Sabirao to keep everything on the stumps and allow Ansh Tandon to play.
Short delivery, and it's been hammered. That is a glorious stroke, shot, and he has absolutely bludgeoned this out of the park.
Yeah, that's middle. Ansh Tandon finds the middle perfectly this time. Waited on that. Just pulled that magnificently off the front foot as well. Just look at that weight transfer. Beautiful shot. He's up and running now. First boundary on the board for him.
I think he was just trying to do an experiment there, Saber. He was so consistent just before this delivery. He's opted to bang in short, and it is that kind of a wicket. With short deliveries, I don't really think it's going to work in your favor. Need to pitch it up. Just like that. That is a tremendous delivery. And a bit of a stare as well by Saber Rao. He's one of those bowlers that doesn't really like to hit for boundaries and maximums.
Yeah, for sure. Especially all these fast bowlers wouldn't like getting hit for such a big six. Especially off the pull shot when you're trying to attack the batsman with a bouncer. So Sabir Rao comes back brilliantly with a very, very fine delivery. And he'll look to stay in that channel from now onwards. He's got 3 more deliveries in this over. I think he'll prefer bowling all 3 of them to Ansh Tandon.
Oh, beautifully done. What a great setup here by the captain Adib Usmani. And Sabir Rao, he has followed the instructions, kept on bowling onto the stumps, and that short mid-wicket fielder is not made any mistakes. Rais Ahmed takes a good catch.
Oh, beautiful stuff here. Sabir Rao stuck to that plan. Oh, beautiful stuff. Rais Ahmed. Bit of that tennis ball bounce once again as Ansh tried to work it away towards that deep square leg fielder. He could only get very, very high on the bat, so he has to walk back early as well. A good catch by Rais. Good start for Fujairah. 23 for 2.
Oh, such a smart and an intelligent captain, Adib Usmani. He knows Ansh Tandon, he gets a little fidgety the moment he ball onto his rib cage. Lovely delivery, and that occasion the ball just slightly shaping away. But what a terrific start here for Team Fujairah, Arjun.
Yeah, brilliant, especially from Sabir Rao as well. Picked up 2 wickets. Just had 1 big 6 coming off a slightly loose delivery. Tried something different though, but full marks to him so far. He's kept it on the money from ball 1. And he's picked up 2 very, very crucial wickets as well. Especially that last one comes through with some brilliant planning by the Fujairah team and a brilliant bit of captaincy as well. They've opted to stick with that same field. They've got that short leg in place once again. Rais and 2 slips and a gully. So brilliant stuff from them.
Angling down the leg side. Yeah, I think the idea is right. Being a left arm fast bowler, you know that the batter, he's just made his way in the center, and you know that you are getting that prodigious movement. The ball is whooping in sharply, and that's where we've seen the trend. The left arm fast bowlers in the world, they look to target onto the stumps. Shaheen Shah Afridi of Pakistan is pretty much known for those in-swinging, booming deliveries where he gets those LBWs and bowled coming into equation.
Yeah, perfect example actually. Couldn't have brought up anyone better. It's a good start now as they bring in a third slip into the equation.
Yeah, just getting a little greedy here is Saber. And once again, back-to-back wide deliveries. Yeah, look at that fail setup. That is something which we don't get to see often because not many 50-over matches have been played here in the UAE. But yeah, this is brilliant scenes. It's excellent to see the slip cordon, 3 slips in place. They've got a gully, short cover, short mid wicket catching. Brilliant scene out there.
Yeah, for sure. I think we could see something pitched up very soon from Sabirao as well. He doesn't have a mid-off in place. Even the mid-on is very, very wide. So I expect something to be pitched up really soon. Something to make Sohaib Khan drive.
Nicely ball once again. And equally well played by Sohaib. A mixed bag of events in this over. 6 overs gone. 25 for 2, Ajman. A dominant performance so far by team Fujairah. 2 wickets already picked up. The good news for them is still that the opener is out there, Farhan Babar. He's one of those players who can really change the complexion of the game in a jiffy. Beautifully played. Letting the ball come to him, playing it as late as he can. Now, what is the role going to be of Sohaib? Arjun, we know he's pretty much known for his big hits. Doesn't really like to play along the carpet. But it's 50 over game, so what do you suggest?
Yeah, I mean, he's very powerful down the ground as we've seen in previous tournaments as well. So he's got to, I think, adapt to a very, very different role as they've got a decent middle order lineup. They've got Lovepreet still in the dugout, so they'll be looking to create that platform now, especially after losing 2 early wickets. They don't want to give another one now.
Beautifully played, but unfortunately hitting it straight towards the fielder Nabil Aziz down there. But they've got a lot of spinners that they've included in today's game. They've got the likes of Hardik Pai, Keshav Sharma, Nabil Aziz. That's going to be very interesting now. Adib Usmani, the question remains to be asked as to when does he introduce the spinners, because at the moment I don't think spinners is required. Because the fast bowlers, they're doing a fine job.
Yeah, but with Farhan out there, we might see Hardik Pai slightly earlier, the off spinner, the young off spinner.
Oh, beautifully ball. The keeper, he heard something. He's going for the appeal. Umpire has shown no interest whatsoever. This is such a commendable and a commanding performance. There's a lot of chirping out there in the center. And they know that they are right on the top.
Yeah, for sure. They are right on the money so far. So I think Sumit Gosen not hitting the deck too hard. He's trying to float some deliveries there. He knows he's getting that outswing to the right-hander, so he's still continuing to try and take it away. We could see an outside edge being produced sooner rather than later.
Oh, he's overstepped the mark, I reckon. Yeah, and this is going to be a privilege and a blessing for Sohaib to open his account in style. Is yet to open his account, so he will be the one facing the free hit. That's the signal coming in by Imran Munir.
Yeah, perfect opportunity for him. He's not somebody who likes leaving so many deliveries and playing a lot of dots, so This is truly a blessing in disguise for him. He's got the opportunity to free his arms now.
Oh, lovely delivery. He's such a smart and a canny bowler, Sumit. What he's done is just taken the pace of the ball in the variation. He's rolled his fingers and completely deceived Sohaib on that occasion.
Yeah, with that green top as well, with that off cutter, he's got a little movement inwards towards the right hander as well. So top delivery, look at that. Oh, just slightly holding its shape, holding its line, and not allowing Sohaib to connect with that whatsoever.
Cut away and cut away beautifully. That is going to give him some confidence. On the 7th delivery he's played, he's opened his account in style, hitting a boundary.
Yeah, Sumit Gosen slightly wide on this occasion. He's not the quickest bowlers out there. So him offering any width whatsoever to the batsman is going to be easy pickings for them. He's got to stay in that 4th, 5th stump channel. Anything wider is going to be trouble for him.
Yeah, look at how late he's played that last shot, letting the ball come to him. Beautiful, glorious looking stroke. Good comeback delivery. Slight bit of inward movement. It's a good delivery to close out the 7th over. 31 for 2, Ajman. Sabit to continue. So far, he's having a great afternoon here in this beautiful ground here, Arjun Karwan cricket ground. It's absolutely fascinating to be here. Oh, goes for the wilds. Hoik here for Farhan Babar. This is where now he has to be a little patient and just not lose focus.
Yeah, Farhan's done a solid job so far for his team. He's done exactly what the team requires. Should not get a little too greedy here. He's got away a few boundaries, but they're still playing with some attacking intent, Fujairah. And with the quality and expertise of Sabir Rao, he's got to be careful, he's got to be wary.
And talking about Sabir Rao, I think he's not going to really mind these kind of shots. He would want the batter to play across the line. Beautifully bowled. That is very smart bowling. If you just observe what he's trying to do, is just mixing up his lengths beautifully. The line is precise, but the length is really asking a few questions to the batters, and this is one good little battle we'll witness. Sabir against Farhan Babar.
Yeah, for sure. I think if Sabir gets it maybe an inch or two shorter, he could produce that tennis ball like bounce that we've seen from him so far on 3 to 4 occasions. So he'll be looking to get that length once again, and Farhan is looking to play it out there for his team. It's going to be a very, very good battle, just like you said.
Oh, he's missed out an opportunity here for Farhan Babar. And why do I say that? There is no fine leg in place. They've got a deep square leg in position. They've got a widest third man, and nobody patrolling in the fine leg area. And that's where Sabir, he has to be careful that anything down the leg side, the batter will just flick it away, use the pace. But lucky on that occasion, missed out.
Yeah, Farhan will recognize that now. If he hadn't done so far, anything on the pads now will not be left alone. I'm sure he's realized that, and he'll look to readjust next time an opportunity comes his way. Right then, 3 slips once again to the new batsman and a gully.
Oh, outside edge. And is that the right thing here, Sohaib? He's played it with soft hands. That's the reason the ball didn't travel onto the slip cordon. But look at this. It's so brilliant to see. Have a look at the field setup they've created. Three substitute players, gully, short cover, short mid. This is something which really we don't see much often, isn't it, Arjun?
Yeah, for sure. This is such brilliant cricket out here in the UAE. This is what we play cricket for. The joys of the game as well. There's really good some chirping as well around the ground.
Drifting down the leg side, and the umpire hasn't called that a while. I think it's just a ricochet of his shirt or is hit something in the way, and he's gotten away with it.
Yeah, Sabe once again straying just a little down that leg side. He's got to be careful of that. Because if he had gotten bat on that, so hey, even that could have raced away down to that fine leg boundary. It's going to be an interesting call now. They've got Harshit Kaushik in that gully region as well. I think he'll come into play if Sabir opts or decides to go slightly wideish outside of.
Now this is where Sohaib he'll have to be careful. There was a wide delivery, and he should have let that go alone. We'll talk more after this over. It's 8 gone, 32 for 2. So they have gone for the first bowling change. It's going to be Falak Noor, another very talented right arm medium pacer. Doesn't really bowl with a lot of heat, but these conditions will suit him. Beautifully bowled. That's a good start so far. Adib Usmani will be very proud as to what he's witnessing. His fast bowlers, they're really doing a fine job. What do you reckon of that decision, Arjun, after winning the toss? It was a green, lush track. And Adnan winning the toss, he decided to bat first.
Yeah, especially it's a interesting decision, especially as you were saying earlier that it's gets better to bat under lights as well. So maybe he's seen something we haven't, but things haven't exactly gone Ajman's way so far. Be interesting. We've got a very, very long day as well. So 42 overs more in this innings, and then another 50. So could see why he picked that.
Short delivery, and that has been worked away towards define. Gets a boundary. Not the best of deliveries by Falak. Too short on the leg side. Farhan has hit it towards the boundary.
Yeah, Falak trying to bowl those hard lengths. Gets it a little too short on this occasion. Gets high on the bat of Farhan as it just bounces over the keeper. And Hardik Pai, the deep fine leg fielder, can't get around quick enough. So a welcome boundary for Farhan. Is rewarded once again for his discipline and his patience.
I think Falak should just take a leaf out of the notebook of Sabir Rao and learn a few things. That it is that kind of a wicket we have seen. But the bowlers, they've gone short, and we've seen Ansh Tandon and Farhan Babar smashing them for huge sixes. Short once again, and missed out, I believe, Farhan Babar. I think his eyes lit up the moment he saw that short delivery. Just missed out at the end.
Yeah, Falak not exactly finding his length here. And Farhan would have been very, very happy with that. Just couldn't put it away. He'll really feel like he's missed out on that occasion. It's only a square leg in place. Anything above him would have bought him another boundary. Not to be so far. Falak is trying to hit those hard lengths. I think he's got to find his right line as well. So he'll be looking to complete this over of, well, 3 deliveries left.
Beautifully bowled and nicely played as well by Farhan Babar. Playing the straight bat. Now that he's gotten a good start, Farhan Babar just needs to ensure that he keeps up the momentum in his favour. Ensure he doesn't really play those rash shots. And more often than not, we have seen Farhan Babar is a very talented cricketer, and after he gets good starts, he does have that knack of really converting it to big ones.
Yeah, Farhan, the best part about his innings so far is that he's found the middle on most occasions, even while he's defending, even while he's playing those flashy drives. So he's in control so far.
Short delivery, and that has been pulled away with style. Farhan Babar, he's on a roll.
Yeah, did miss out earlier on that pull shot, got hit slightly under the ribs there, but this one's put away quite elegantly. Once again, hanging on that back foot, swivels on that back foot as well, as he just rotates and puts this away in style for one bounce four.
Well, if he really wants to be bowling in these short areas to Farhan Babar, why not have a deep square leg and a deep mid wicket? Get that third man in the circle and then entice the batter and ask him to go towards the mid wicket. Well, at the moment, he's got a deep fine leg and a deep third man. Beautifully bowled. That is the perfect length which Falak Noor should be looking to target. It's the end of the ninth over. 40 for 2, Ajman. No surprises. They've opted to continue with Sabir Rao. Now I'd really love to see him bowl at least 7 overs on the trot. It's a very smart approach if you observe here, Arjun, that we have seen Ansh Tandon and even Adnan Ulmulk, they were really going after the ball. But if you see Sohaib, that's not the first time we're seeing him. He's really letting the ball come to him. He's looking very comfortable in his own skin at the moment.
Yeah, it's been a cautious approach so far, and full credit to him. He's probably not used to playing like this. He's had to make those adjustments in his game, especially for the D50 format. And he's done brilliantly so far, 4 of 12, and he shouldn't be too worried with that scoreline.
Cut away beautifully. Sohaib, he was always in control. He saw that width was offered and cut it with a lot of authority.
Yeah, a bit of composure as well shown from him. Not looking to power that towards that cover region as well. Just waits on it and places that beautifully past that backward point fielder. So very, very welcome boundary for him. Sabir Rao strays just a little wide outside off.
Yeah, one thing you have to realize that Sohaib is a very strong cutter of the ball. So anything marginally short with offer to him is really gonna pounce on and make you pay. Still, they are intending to have 3 slips in place. We are into the 10th over, and that's a very rare sight to say the least as to what we are witnessing. Yeah, this time the length was perfect, but the line just onto the leg side, and yet again it has ricocheted, I think, off the thigh pad.
Yeah, just Sabir maybe overcompensating for that previous delivery. He's got it pitched just outside leg, and Sohaib shoulders arms, but he just get it off his pads. So another dot added to the tally. Sabir Rao will be looking to come back and come back hard. No, he does. He's been working hard, toiling away, coming in, running in fast and trying to hit those hard lengths. So he'll want this wicket big time.
Oh, he's missed out. He has certainly missed out on that one. That was a juicy, low full toss. He could have really hit it anywhere. There was only one fielder towards the offside region. And unfortunately, finding him to perfection.
Yeah, and unlucky to not find that gap here. Sohaib Khan keeps his head down and drives through the line. Hardik Pai, the only fielder there in that extra cover region. So big let off for Saber, and Sohaib will be slightly disappointed with that, but that shouldn't let it get to him, as he has a long innings to go.
That's a much better delivery and good call. It was Farhan Babar. He was the one who intended to come for a single, and a good response by Suhaib.
Yeah, top stuff there from both these batsmen out there. I think the game plan should be quite simple from now. You respect the good deliveries, put away the bad ones, and just keep going there. Started off slightly slowly, but they've come back now. They're playing around about 4.5 runs and over. So it's been a decent start. Apart from losing those 2 wickets, Ajman can really build on this partnership now.
Yeah, decent partnership now is being built between Farhan Babar and Suhaib. That is a glorious looking stroke. Elegance personified by Farhan Babar. Marginally full and so pleasing to the eye when he plays those extra cover drives.
Yeah, phenomenal shot there by Farhan. Look at this. Just slightly fuller, still shaping away from him. Gets a very high elbow as he drives completely through the line there. Nothing across. He gets another boundary added to his names. Brilliant stuff here. Good cricket all round. And at the end of 10 overs, it's Ajman 49 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Signal and the indication of the completion of the power play coming in by Imran Munir, another very experienced umpire here in the UAE domestic circuit. And I believe so far he's doing a fine job. He's made some excellent calls. We've seen a few close calls if we talk about the wides. And the captain now he's decided to introduce spin for the first time in this innings, and also to introduce for the first time here in the com box is going to be a debutant making his debut in the com box. It's going to be Abdullah Mazhar. Welcome, Abdullah.
Thank you, Wes. It's really, I'm actually very excited to be here in this Emirates D50 commentating on the first game.
Yeah, of course, Abdullah Mazhar, who's represented under 15, under 17, under 19 here for the UAE. So has plenty of experience on his shoulders as well.
Yes, Wes, that was a long time back. But now seeing these beautiful players batting, what a beautiful shot.
Oh, that's up in the air, chance and gone. Nabil Aziz has struck in his very first over. That was a terrific ball. He can't just get it anything wrong at the moment. Adib Usmani introducing Nabil in the very first over. Sohaib trying to play cross-batted, easy catch in the end. He's not going to make any mistakes. And that is not looking good at the moment for Team Ajman. They lose their third. It's a slow walk. Sohaib Khan, so much was expected. But he'll have to go back after scoring 9 in 18 deliveries. Start here, Abdullah. Start here, Abdullah.
Oh yes, the spinners are following the footsteps of their bowlers, especially Sabir Rao, and they're keeping it on a very tight line.
Tossed up delivery and enticing Lovepreet. They're going for the appeal. Umpire, he seems to be unmoved. That was a very good delivery and quite a strange looking shot by Lovepreet.
Certainly, West. After 3 wickets down, you need to take your time, get your eye in, and build a partnership. Farhan is looking very good at the other end.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you, Abdullah. That's what they need to do. They need to spend time in the middle. Oh, what a terrific shot that is. Where did this come from? It's gone all the way for a maximum.
Beautiful shot by this talented player, Lovepreet Singh. He's a good player and he wants to get on with the game.
Yeah, just marginally full. And look at that extension. He's gotten his front foot onto the line of the ball and he's played a proper cricketing stroke. Always looking to play with a straighter bat. And that should give him a lot of confidence. So what an eventful over. We've seen a wicket, we've seen a maximum. What's next?
You never know, keep your fingers crossed. Last ball of the 11th over.
Beautifully done. He's a very smart and a canny bowler. This time, flatter, quicker, dot to close out. 11th over is 55 for 3 Ajman. So change of ends for Falak Noor coming from the pavilion end. That's uppish and always in control for Farhan Babar. That is a glorious looking stroke yet again. Saw the opportunity slightly fuller and he's gone aerial downtown.
Oh, beautiful shot by this champion batsman. I think Falak is, he's not bowling on a proper line and length. He should bowl according to his field and, at least have one fielder outside.
Yeah, they've gotten a couple of fielders outside at the moment. They've got a deep mid wicket. I'll make that deep square leg, beg your pardon. And they've got a deep fine leg alongside a deep third man and a deep cover in position. Lovely delivery. Just shaping away from Farhan Babar. What a terrific start here for Farhan Abdullah.
Certainly, Uwais. I think this is a good comeback delivery by Falak. And Farhan has to, focus more. And it's a long game, 50 overs. You need to bat out till the end to get results in your favor.
Yeah, that should be the objective when you're playing a longer format. You need to ensure that you stay in the middle. You've got ample time in your hands. There's no need for the rush. Hits it down the ground once again, but this time not finding the middle of the bat and not finding the desired timing. But this has been such a tremendous knock. We've seen all the other batters, they've been struggling, but the story has been different for Farhan Babar.
Oh yes, it's like he's batting on a different pitch and he is looking in commence form.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more on that. They desperately need to stitch up a partnership. Every time they look to play well, they form a partnership. Fujairah, they strike. And they are finding wickets at regular intervals. So now they are making a change in the field for the right-handed batter Lovepreet. They've gotten the deep square leg in the circle. So deep fine, deep third. And those are the only two fielders. All the other fielders are in the circle. Nicely let that go alone.
Oh yes, He has to focus more. He hit a beautiful six in the last over, but he has to stay focused throughout to get a good partnership in.
Yeah, one thing is for quite certain that he has come out with an intention, and that is to go big. We saw on the very second delivery he wanted to hit it hard, got beaten, and then the next delivery went downtown and hammered Nabil Aziz for a maximum. That ball swung in the air, but just the sublime push and the timing. It's a lightning quick outfield, but he's hit it towards the longer part of the ground, and they have ran three in the process.
Certainly, Falak is struggling to get his line and length in, and Lovepreet is not going to miss out on any loose deliveries. And that was, again, exceptional running, 3 runs in this heat.
Yeah, talking about the heat, it's belting, scorching heat here in Ajman. It's almost 40 degrees Celsius. So hats off to these players, and they'll have to ensure that they keep themselves hydrated, get those electrolytes and the fluids going in their favor.
This playing in this heat, a different level of fitness is required. That's why, we're out of this game.
Yeah, it's been a while. Slight bit of pause in the middle, not too sure what's going around. Maybe something to do with the ball, but the umpire seems to be satisfied now. 63 for 3. If we talk about the score, that is a very healthy score. 63. We're just in the 12th over. The problem is that they have lost 3 important wickets, and that too in a span of 12 overs. And Falak, he's been a little off color, a little wayward. Oh, what a super shot. It's a fine shot. And Farhan Babar has clobbered this one. It's gone like a cannonball for a huge maximum.
Oh yes, what a beautiful shot. He just was waiting to be bowled on his arc and he threw it out. What a clean hit for 6 runs. After 12, 69 for 3.
Well, not looking too good at the moment at Nanalbuk, the captain going early and then unstunned. And after a good start, just throwing away his wicket, losing focus. Sohaib Khan, beg your pardon. That was a big, big wicket. 9 runs is what he scored. So a bit of a resilience and resistance coming in by Lovepreet and Farhan Babar. He's batting on a different planet altogether. Two slips in place, very, very aggressive approach. Very positive intent coming in by the captain, Adib Usmani. Oh, hint of turn. That ball just spun ever so slightly, but yes, there is going to be turn as the day progresses.
Oh yes, he's getting some bounce as well.
Lovely delivery and equally well played. This is going to be a good little contest because we know Lovepreet is one of those batters who really fancies his chances against the spinners, especially the left-arm spinners. He's got a very excellent inside-out shot, a tough shot to execute. Lovepreet, I've seen him more often than not execute it perfectly. Nicely done once again, letting the ball come to him. Just has to be a little cautious here, Abdullah, because he's gotten a good start, but needs to ensure he doesn't be over ambitious and over reckless.
Because they still have a very strong field, aggressive field. He has to take his time.
Cut away nicely, but they've got a protection in the deep. So bowling according to his feel at the moment, Nabil Aziz. He's a seasoned campaigner, Nabil Aziz. He's got a vast experience on his shoulders, and I think he will really enjoy his outing, especially on these kind of tracks where there is a lot of assistance for the fast bowlers. And that's the reason Adib Usmani is intended to have 3 specialist spinners in his side.
Certainly, Uwais, the captain is backing on these bowlers and they are not letting him down. They're bowling on a very tight length.
Short delivery, it's been pulled away, and that's gone for a long, long six.
What a shot by Farhan Babar. He just saw the ball pitched a bit short and he went for it. 6 runs over square leg. What a shot.
Nabil Aziz, he needs to realize if you ball anything short to this man, Farhan Babar, is going to really make you pay. And that was a poor delivery to say the least. Now he's changing size, coming over the wicket. Is he? No, seems like he's going to stick with around the wicket. But yeah, what a terrific shot that was by Farhan Babar. Tossed up delivery, beautifully ball. That's a good comeback delivery to close out the 13th over. 76 for 3, Ajman. So more spin being introduced. It's going to be Keshav Sharma to bowling his first over. Slip in plays as well. Nicely played towards the cover region. He's another very fine left arm spinner, Abdullah. I've seen him in the T10 formats, 20 over formats. Really mixes up his pace, and also he's got that good arm delivery. I've seen him bowl with the new ball and picks up wickets.
Certainly, Uwais, he's a very old candidate and a very good bowler. And both these batsmen are looking very good at the moment, comfortable at the wicket.
Flatter, quicker, Farhan just nudging it towards fine leg. What a tremendous knock this is turning out to be. 45 in 32. We've seen all the other batters. It has been a struggle for them. Well, this man, he had different plans.
He's middling the ball very well. He's not, overhitting any ball. He's waiting for the bad balls. And he middles it very well.
Yeah, so far, so good. Just 4 runs away to be getting his half century. And that will really give him so much confidence. When you come out to play your first game in a new tournament and you get a 50, it just skyrockets your confidence.
Certainly. And he's been doing it for so long in this circuit. He's playing well. He's a very talented batsman.
Yeah, no doubts on that. Beautifully bowled once again. Now, this is going to be interesting. These two bowling in tandem. Keshav, he's one of those bowlers, Abdullah. You won't really see him flight the ball. And I would really want him to get a bit of air on this surface, because we will see that the ball will slightly hold up and there will be turn on offer. Look at this. That's too quick. And Nabil Aziz, we've seen in the last over, he does have the knack of really giving a bit of loop, flight, entice the batter. And that's where Keshav needs to learn and learn quickly.
Oh, yes, he has to. But, nowadays there's a lot of T20 cricket. Bowlers don't like, pitching it up. So maybe that's the reason. But it's a 50 over format. You need to adapt to new conditions.
Short, but there was a lot of pace on that delivery. That's the end of the 14th over. Ajman 79 for 3.
मेरा कप्तान था अंडर 19 में 1998 में हमारे पीसीबी ग्रुप में भी है हाँ हाँ वो आ जाएगा ऊपर आ जाएगा उसमें पीएसएल में भी आया ओके थैंक यू गाइस थोड़ा जल्दी करना भाई लोग हाँ साबिर बाहर ही है सुमित सुमित मिड ऑन हो जा मिड ऑन हो जा मिड ऑन हो जा नहीं रहने दे आ जाओ पाजी इधर ही आओ 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 अबे सर्कल से आ
Nabil Aziz is proven to be a little expensive if we talk about the 50 over format. And that's because Lovepreet is looked to take charge and go against him. And I think that's the right approach. You really need to pick your bowlers and try to go for a few runs. Score is very good, 79. That's a healthy score in just 14 overs. It's a good little partnership being stitched between these two. Shot once again, but finds the fielder.
Yeah, Lovepreet's come out and he's really put this pressure on this Fujairah side. Got away a few quick boundaries and he's tried to rotate strike whenever he can. As this one's beautifully bowled, once again tossed up by Nabil on this occasion. A slight bit of grip on this wicket that might just help the spinners as the game goes on.
Yeah, talking about the shorter formats, we have seen spinners, they try to do a bit too much. And that's completely understandable because you know that you need to really vary your pace, vary your length, because you know that the batters, they're going to go after you, so you just have to be a little smart in your operation when you're bowling. But talking about the longer format, you really need to be precise, one with your length and line. That is something which you can work with, but the length, it has to be fuller. That's what I believe. And so far, I really like the length as to which Nabil Aziz is pitching the ball.
Yeah, spot on always. It's been incredible so far. He's really looked confident when he's tossing the ball up. And we know Lovepreet is a very, very good player of spin. So it's really important that he gets that length right. This one slightly shorter, just pushed off that back foot. All the way down to that long off fielder. He comes through for a single, so good stuff here from Nabil. And 5 dots, and that single brings us to the end of that 15th over. So Ajman 80 for the loss of 3 wickets.
मिडल ये
That's a very interesting little phase at the moment. Two spinners bowling in tandem, quite similar. Cut away beautifully into the gap. They are considering to come back for the second. And very, very close. He was just strolling. He thought that he had all the time in the world to really get onto the crease, but that was a good throw by Hardik Pai.
Yeah, Lovepreet really didn't take that quick run fast enough. He seemed to be struggling towards the back end of that double. A better throw and it could have been curtains for him. Slightly risky there, but he'll be looking to work the spinners around. He'll be looking to work the angles correctly as well. They've got that short extra cover in place, along with that extra cover on the 30 yard as well.
Yeah, that is a very good delivery. This is where now Keshav Sharma, he'll have to be a little patient in his approach and ensure that he keeps on bowling in those areas. That's where we will see Lovepreet. He will look to go big. Got away beautifully once again. Protection down in the deep, but Keshav Sharma, bowls well, but all of a sudden then he just pitches it a little short and offers a lot of width to the batter.
Yeah, I feel like he might be trying to produce something out of the wicket. Well, that's the nature of the longer format as well. You can't go searching for those wickets, especially against someone like Lovepreet. You've got to stay consistent with your line and length, and he's a brilliant player of spin, so you're going to have to wait for the batsman to produce that mistake.
Nicely worked away towards a fine leg. This is going to be a long, long chase. They're coming back for the second, so just the 2 runs inching closer to his 50. Oh, what a knock he's played here, Arjun.
Yeah, it's been splendid. The way he spaced his innings, especially, he knows he had to dig it out in the early phases. Really worked hard, left quite a few deliveries, defended quite a few as well. But he's been in control of this innings so far.
Oh, missed out on that one. This is where now Keshav, he's such a smart operator. He knows that Farhan Babar, he will fancy his chances to play towards the deep mid wicket. He's got a packed leg side field, and that is what he's enticing him to do. It's the longer part of the ground, the dimensions towards the deep mid wicket. If you bowl from the pavilion end, it's quite big. This is going to be a good little contest. Beautifully bowled. He's getting that bite off the surface, Keshav Sharma. End of the 16th over. Ajman, 85 for 3.
बारिश ये ले जा साबिर भाई जल्दी आ जाओ भाई थोड़ा मैच मेरा रन आउट हो गया होता सुमित सर्कल से आना
Going along well, these two. Lovepreet, since the time he's walked in, he's looked very comfortable in his skin. On the other end, Farhan Babar. What a knock he's played. 2 slips in place. We are into the 17th over, and that's something which you don't really see much often. Shows the aggressive approach coming in. Ayadeep Usmani worked away with soft hands towards mid. Shot mid, gets a single.
It's a tight delivery there, but Nabil has got to be slightly careful with that line that he's bowling. He's only got 2 fielders out on the leg side when Lovepreet's on strike. So it's very, very important that he doesn't give anything right in that range of Lovepreet, because he's got a beautiful sweep. He can play that aggressive slog sweep as well. So he's got to be a little more wary.
Coming around the wicket. Oh, that was not the best of shot selections coming in for Farhan. He wanted to hit towards the long off and almost gave a catch to the mid-off fielder.
Yeah, impatience. That's all you can say about that shot. Once again, this is cut away off the back foot. This is racing away to the boundary. But Hardik Pai covers ground really quickly to keep it down to a single. And that brings up a very, very well-deserved 50 for Farhan of just 39 deliveries. A top innings. He's really taken the attack to the Fujairah bowlers and he's putting them under the pump.
Oh, what a brilliant knock he's played under pressure, where he saw wickets were falling left, right and centre, but he stood tall and showed a lot of maturity, fearless and courageous knock, to say the least. Farhan Babar, oh, very, very risky shot. Nabil Azizi knew that he was on the verge of picking up a wicket. What was he trying to do there, Arjun?
Yeah, I think he's trying to replicate the previous shot as well, but that was too close to cut. Nabil slightly straighter in his line. Oh, this is quick. Oh, very, very fast. Lovepreet asking the umpire for the wide, but that was just zip past Farhan. He had no response to that whatsoever.
Yeah, he's enjoying. There's a wry smile on the face of Nabil Aziz. He will enjoy in these conditions. Once again, too close to cut. And gets a single. Will retain strike in the next over. It's 17 gone. 89 for the loss of 3.
Yeah, Keshav Sharma and Nabil Aziz bought in to bowl these crucial middle overs for the Fujairah team. This one's once again bowled onto that pads. Farhan just trying to work it away onto that leg side. He's failed to do so convincingly on the last three occasions. So it's turning out to be an interesting battle. Oh, once again on those pads there. Umpire not giving that a wide on this occasion. Farhan's a little surprised, but another dot added to the scoreboard. Right, then it'd be a perfect time for me to introduce a change in the com box here. We've got Abdullah back in the com box. Welcome, Abdullah.
Thank you, Arjun. And both these batsmen are looking very good at the moment. A partnership is building up.
Oh, slightly wider. That's a catch. That's a chance. Put down by Mayank Chowdhury as this is racing away to the third man fence. A boundary for Farhan. Very, very streaky. But he'll take all the runs that come.
Very lucky Farhan. I think he missed out on... there was a chance of a wicket. Very lucky. A few lazy shots in the last 2 overs, Arjun.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Keshav. He'd be looking to pick up his first wicket today. He's been consistent with his lines and lengths and trying to produce that wicket so far. There was that chance produced, put down. He comes in once again, solid line, solid length, keeping Farhan on that front foot. So it'll be a challenging day out for them.
I think Farhan has to focus more now because after getting to a good start, he can't lose his wicket right now.
Once again on that middle stump, or misfield by Keshav. Allows them to comfortably stroll through for that single. Farhan now moves on to 56. He's looking very, very confident out there. Along with Lovepreet, who we all know is a brilliant player of spin. So they'll be looking to take this partnership to new heights.
Certainly, Arjun, it's a 50-over game. You need to bat out till the end and go after the bowlers in the last 10 overs when the bowlers are really, really exhausted.
Once again pitched up. Lovepreet drives nicely down the ground. Full phase of the bat there. Beautiful technique once again. He will retain strike for the next over. And at the end of 18 is Ajman 95 for the loss of 3.
भाई इधर आ जा इधर हाँ सती मिडल आना आना ये लेन के सीधे में भाई रोहित शाबाश
Then Nabil Aziz once again. It's going to be a very, very important battle between these two. Is a slight fumble by Sumit Gosen allows Lovepreet to come through for another single. So he's moving along nicely, rotating strike nicely. That's going to be key in this middle overs phase.
Yes, Arjun, you have to keep taking those singles and do not miss out on any 2-run chance. Whenever you have it, you need to take it.
Once again, staying on the pads. Farhan just tucking it away nicely. Those three fielders converging. The Sumit Gosain at short mid, just jogging about, and only a single more added to that scoreboard. So Nabil Aziz is currently straying just a tad bit in his line, and he's got to be back on the money if he's going to look to pick up that big wicket here.
Certainly, Arjun, that's they're bowling on a very good line.
Up in the air, that's gone. A big, big, massive wicket here. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa has to walk back. He was looking good. And a change of heart there, looking to attack the batsman. There was nobody in the deep on the leg side. Fortunately, a massive top edge. Has to walk away early.
That was we just spoke about this few minutes back. You need to focus. After getting a good partnership, you can't just throw away your wicket like this. Lovepreet Singh is gone for 19 and 26 balls.
बासिल अमीन चलो चलो भाई लोग चलो यार राइटी लेफ्टी भाई रईस भाई स्लिप आ जाओ फलक आगे आ जाना सर्कल पे लेग
And then the new batsman out to the middle. Basil, a very, very stylish youngster, right-handed bat. But he's got his work cut out here against the expertise of Nabil Aziz. He's picked up 2 massive wickets here for Fujairah. And he's slowly inching this middle overs phase back towards them.
Yes, Arjun. Nabil has bowled 4 very good quality overs.
Once again, pitching in, just taking that outside half of the bat. Basil just looking to push towards that cover region. Unfortunately, here's a look at that wicket once again. Pitched up, just outside off. Lovepreet looking to go massively over that cow corner region. Oh, beautiful delivery there. Just getting him forward onto that front foot. And just that grip and turn away from him, taking away beautiful stuff from Nabil.
Great bowling, Nabil. I think Basil has to bat around Farhan, and they have to look to build another partnership.
Yeah, pushed once again towards that short extra cover fielder. So brilliant end to that over for Nabil. A wicket and 3 dots on the trot. And at the end of 19, Ajman a 97 for the loss of 4. Keshav Sharma to continue. So it's going to be a long spell between these two out there. And the batsman will have to work smartly around it. Yeah, now with the new batsman out there, Fujairah will be looking to maybe give Farhan that single and bring Basil on strike and try and attack him. They've got a slip in play still for Farhan, and I think when Basil comes back on strike to the left-hand spinner, they're going to be going out with some great attacking intent, the Fujairah team. Right then, Farhan to face once again. This one pitched up, swivels and pulls it towards that deep square leg fielder. They come through for a single.
Yes, this is a very good bowling display by both these orthodox spinners. They're bowling according to the plan, what the captain has asked them to do, and they're doing a very good job so far.
Yeah, for sure. These two, they talk about partnerships while we're batting out there. But these two are putting on a brilliant bit of work with the ball. This one pitched up. Chance. Oh, pushing at that. Basil living very, very dangerously here. Keshav Sharma, again, a very good delivery. He's found that correct length.
We were talking about giving air to the ball, and see, you were about to get a result.
Yeah, once again, slightly back of a length, and Basil just pushes it off the back foot straight back to the bowler. So 5 dots in a row now for Basil. Will he be under a bit of pressure?
Certainly, Arjun. Keshav is bowling on a very tight length.
Oh, pitched up. Smart cricket now, this time from Basil. Realized his mistake of that previous delivery and now just plays it with soft hands all along the ground. So another dot ball added to his tally. Once again, Keshav, pitched up. Once again, Basil just looking to produce a shot there. Luckily, he doesn't get any bat on it. So another dot added to it, but Keshav is bowling brilliantly here, keeping up that pressure.
Oh yes. There's no harm taking dot balls, no harm taking your time. Another flighted delivery. Oh, that's a beautiful shot towards the covers for 4 runs.
Yeah, brilliant shot this from Basil. He waited on it, picked the correct delivery this time. Let's take a look at that from Keshav. Dilly-dallying off spinner, just floated nicely as Basil just leaned in towards that drive, but a beautiful piece of wrist work and puts that away for his first boundary of the day. And that brings us to the end of 20 overs now. Ajman 102 for the loss of 4.
भैया 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 निकल जाओ पीछे ओए रईस भाई इधर आ जाओ बस बस भाई बस नहीं नहीं ठीक है नबील दिमाग से डाल थोड़ा
Yeah, Nabil Aziz, 5 overs, just giving away 20 runs so far. This is once again shot up, in length, is gone, dispatched. A massive, massive 6 here. Just swiveled off that back foot for Farhan. And another maximum to his name.
What a shot by Farhan. Just pitched it a bit short, and look at that. He is eyeing the ball like a football at the moment.
Yeah, brilliant shot. These two spinners out there in the middle will be trying to build that pressure, but deliveries like these and shots like that will certainly relieve some of that as well. And especially after Lovepreet's wicket, Farhan will be aiming to guide his young partner at the other end, Basil, towards a match-defining partnership here. They've put on some quick runs so far, but they'll have to continue to make this a big, important partnership.
Yes, Arjun. If you look at the scorecard, they're slightly over 5. So the average run rate is actually very good. They just have to build a partnership.
Yeah, this one's pitched up once again. Down the ground goes Farhan. Flat batted all the way. And back-to-back boundaries here for the big man.
What a beautiful shot again. He's eyeing the ball very well. And he's not going to miss out on any loose deliveries. Farhan Babar is on a roll.
Yeah, slightly pitched up this time by Nabil, trying to overcompensate for that short pitch delivery. And Farhan had a beautiful eye in to dispatch that away. Once again pitched up on that middle and leg stump, turning in towards him. Lucky for him, he doesn't get any bat on it, as Adeeb Usmani was in for a very good catch. So a dot ball after 2 brilliant boundaries.
Oh yes, Arjun. I think he's covered up for the dot balls in the previous over as well.
Once again, a better line this time from Nabil, but Farhan just pushes this away, opens that phase of the bat as Mayank Chowdhury in that slip cordon completes a successful chase, and but a couple more runs added to that scoreboard. So Farhan striking well above 100 now. He'll be looking to get a move on.
Certainly, he has to go big this time. He's on 70 on just 53 deliveries.
Once again pitched in. This is a big shout from Nabil Aziz, and the keeper going up, and that's given this time. Oh wow, Farhan is in disarray, stranded at the crease there, shaking his head. He's very, very disappointed.
A very close call by the umpire. Just pitched in middle, and yes, I think that was very close. That's a very good decision by the umpire.
Yeah, good decision by the umpire. Took his time, and a very, very good knock from Farhan has to come to an end. He's put on Lovely 70 runs for this Ajman team as Fujairah pick up their 5th wicket.
स्कोर कितना हुआ सर स्कोर रईस भाई अजीब भाई सर्कल मैन ऑफ क्राइसिस मिडल साहिवाल जान वान जान हाय 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 नहीं ज्यादा ऊपर है भाई आबाशा मिले तेरा मैच अब स्टार्ट हुआ है आफ्ताब के साथ
Right then, Aftab Javed, another right-hander, comes out to the crease. Nabil Aziz, oh, beautiful delivery first up. This is just pushed off that back foot from Aftab. I was expecting maybe one of those arm deliveries from Nabil first up to that new batsman. But he ends that over with a magnificent dot. And at the end of 21, Ajman are 114 for the loss of 5 wickets. Then a change in field now for Keshav. Very attacking. They've got 2 extra covers there. Very, very short catching right there. Mayank Chowdhury is one of them. So looking to go all out here against the youngster.
What an eventful over we witnessed last with a wicket and a few boundaries.
Yeah, this one once again pitched up. Basil just leaning forward, playing it with soft hands. He's adjusting really well to these conditions. Basil, first few deliveries, he was trying to push it towards that cover region, but he's learning as the game goes on.
Certainly. Another good delivery by Keshav, looking very good.
Yeah, just pushed off that back foot once again by Basil. Don't think he should let these dots get to him. They've still got around 30 overs remaining in this innings, so he can afford to take those chances. This is pitched up. Oh, goes for that flashy drive past that slip fielder. He was leaping out in front, but Basil gets away with it. Mayank Chowdhury, the fielder, leaping away to his right hand side. Lucky break for Basil as he picks up another couple.
Great bowling by Keshav. Basil is living dangerously at the moment. Look at that. That could go anywhere.
Once again, oh, better line from Keshav this time. Bit of zip off the surface as well. He's got that grip going for him slightly. Slower he bowls it, the more the ball looks to grip on the surface. So he's got to be tight with his lines, especially anything on those stumps. The batsman will be cautious of as this one's gone straight up in the air, Basil. The bowler's called for it and he takes it comfortably. He was playing a few dangerous shots, but Basil unfortunately has to walk back early.
That was not a very good shot. He misplaced it.
Yeah, uncovered there, unfolded with a beautiful delivery, just tossed up. Keshav hanging back and taking a brilliant catch on that occasion, and it's a perfect way to end the over for the men in orange. And at the end of 22, Ajman are 116 for 6 as Basil has to walk back for just 6 runs.
चले जाना पीछे कैसे आपको राठी मिड ऑफ हो जाना अर्शित आगे अंदर रुकना मिड ऑफ घुमा देना सुमित को ओए ओए नहीं मारने देना बाकी सर्कल पे आना
And 3 wickets for Nabil and the first one for Keshav Sharma on the board. So these two certainly spinning a web around the Ajman batsmen so far. With 2 new batsmen out at the crease. Oh, another top delivery there. But with these 2 new batsmen out at the crease, Fujairah will be looking to go all out here. They're going to play their attacking brand of cricket and keep these batsmen on their toes. Once again pitched up beautifully. Aftab can just poke it towards the offside. So another dot ball, back-to-back dots here. I think we're going to see a lot more of these. And as these dot balls keep accumulating, so will that pressure. Once again pitched up, once again. Just defends it off that front foot of Aftab. Tossed up once again. It's been a repeat. These last 3 deliveries, the exact same. So it's 4 dots on the trot for Nabil Aziz. Remember, he doesn't have anyone deep on the leg side. Will that be an invitation for Aftab to go across the line? Oh, this is short. Pitched on that back of a length as he cuts it away straight into Mayank Chowdhury's hands. The pressure is certainly building here on these Ajman batsmen as Aftab Javed succumbs to it. Slightly quicker, slightly flatter trajectory as well. And he just cuts it. Impatience. That's the only word you can use for the Ajman batsmen out there currently. As Nabil Aziz picks up his 4th wicket. Another important wicket as Aftab has to walk back without troubling the scorers. And Ajman certainly looking in trouble here as they lose their 7th wicket. 116 for 7.
हेलमेट और वो लेके ना हेलमेट गार्ड लेके जल्दी आ जल्दी मेरा नहीं लेके आओ पहले मैं बैठ जाऊंगा नहीं आपका आएगा चल ठीक है मैं जल्दी
Once again, look at all of Nabil Aziz's wickets. Good catch by that point fielder. It's been a case of all misjudged shots and balls going way up into the air. This one, the only one different, top delivery from Nabil Aziz. Pitched up on the leg stump. Once again, finds the outside edge. Picks up his 4 wickets today. He's been phenomenal today with the ball. He's troubled the batsman on the outside edge. Those quicker deliveries as well, hitting them on the pads. He's been phenomenal today, Nabil Aziz, and he's been rewarded with that, with another change in that attacking field. A silly point comes in as Isam Mutti, the new batsman, drives this on the up towards the short extra cover, and a beautiful wicket maiden over for Fujairah and Nabil Aziz. That brings us to the end of 23. Ajman 116 for the loss of 7.
मिडिल स्टंप लेफ्ट आर्म अराउंड
Keshav Sharma picking up a big wicket that previous over as he comes back in once again. 2 slips, and that's exactly the delivery you want to be bowling. Beating him on the outside edge. Bringing those 2 slips in that cordon into place straight away. A lot of chirp going around as well on the field. Top stuff here from these 2 spinners. Once again pitched up. Harshit Seth puts his front foot way across the off stump and leaves.
We are actually witnessing, a very good spell of spin bowling by both these two bowlers.
Once again pitched up, he goes big. This time there's no one out on the deep in the leg side, and Harshit Seth gets a massive chunk off that bat. Third delivery, and he produces a massive 6.
What a beautiful shot. Just a little bit of air and he went for it. Over mid wicket for 6 runs. A beautiful shot.
Yeah, slogs were brilliantly, Harshit. Slightly risky though, playing across the line. He did pick up the length early, and he deposited that over that mid-wicket region. So a top shot coming in. It's a game of high risk, high reward so far, Abdullah.
Oh, sure, certainly. The way, especially Nabil, his spell. All these batsmen, they have played across the line, and they couldn't just read him properly. He took 4 crucial wickets.
Yeah, for sure. Harshit said this time going across the line once again, but got enough of the middle of the bat to get that massive 6. He's got off to a good start, but he's got to be wary of these conditions as well. You can't keep playing on the up like that. Once again pitched up, beautifully played by Harshit. That was the arm ball that came in with the arm on that occasion.
Certainly well read by Harshit, and Keshav is looking tremendous today.
Yeah, once again pitched up. Harshit plays it beautifully with soft hands there, plays it very close to the pitch. And that's how you should be playing on this wicket as well, showing the batsman how to do it, Harshit. I'm going to see him in action as well in the second innings with his left arm spin. Might even open the bowling today. This one straight down the leg side, and Harshit just works it away for a single. And he'll retain strike for that next over, as Ajman now move on to 123 for the loss of 7 after 24.
साबिर भाई थोड़ा सीधा रहिएगा भाई, जा पीछे मेरे। पलक भाई पीछे चले जाइए बस।
Once again with those 2 slips in place, Harshit retaining strike for this over. It'll be important to see. Oh, beautiful. A slight shout from Nabil Aziz, and that's exactly where you want to be on this wicket. Oh, he's putting on a tremendous show with the ball in hand.
What a beautiful delivery by Nabil. Another armour.
Oh, this one slightly pitched up, back of a length, and Harshit puts it away with some ease there. Certainly picking the ball out of the hand early, Harshit, and he's gotten away to 2 big boundaries so far.
Beautiful shot by Harshit. He's on a mission. He's gonna hit the loose balls for a boundary whenever he gets a chance. He's not keeping it down.
Yes, well said, Abdullah. He's doing a good job of following the statement, respect the good balls and put away the bad ones. And so far he's doing a quiet but brilliant job. Oh, once again Nabil Aziz getting that grip on this occasion as Harshit looks to work it away onto the onside, but can only get the outer half for the bat. So a dot after that big boundary. This is pitched up. He goes across the line. That's been the story so far, as Adib Usmani hangs on to a brilliant catch. And it's 5 big, important wickets for Nabil Aziz. A brilliant show with the ball.
Again, the batsman goes across the line. 5 wickets for the champion bowler Nabil. And look at that shot. That's across the line again, like previous wickets.
Yeah, Harshit said not learning from the others who have come in and walked back out to the dugout. Did get a little bit lucky earlier, but he still chose to continue to live dangerously. So Harshit has to walk back. 11 of 10 from him. A boundary and a big 6 in that, as Ajman now lose their 8th wicket at the score of 127. Yeah, there's a look at the man, Nabil Aziz. He'll be taking that match ball home with him today. And he'll have his figures signed on that as well. Massive, massive performance with him so far. Still got 2.5 overs remaining. Could he look to pick up the remaining wickets as well?
You never know. The way he's bowling, he can do anything. And certainly he has to take the ball home. He deserves it.
Yeah, this one slightly shorter in length. Once again, Bug Chaudhary asking him to pitch it up because he's got those 2 slip fielders. It's brilliant stuff. This from the Fujairah team. They're truly and well on top of this game so far. Brilliant stuff here so far. Once again, pitched up on that middle and leg stump. Just lifts up off that surface and hits him high on the bat. So another dot to end the over. 5 wickets for Nabil. He's given away just 36 runs in his 8. And at the end of 25, Ajman are 127 for the loss of 8.
Legs come, yes.
6 overs so far from the hand of Keshav Sharma as he comes in for his 7th this time. Oh, a quicker delivery, just flatter outside that off stump, and Essam shoulders arms that one.
Certainly they're bowling to a plan, keeping it outside off stump, giving it a little bit of air whenever it's required, and you might get a wicket.
Oh, this one slightly slower in the air from Keshav. Essam was confused where to go, onto that front foot or rock back and played off that back foot. But back-to-back dots here for Keshav. Oh, this one once again is deciding to leave. Keshav once again pitches that outside off.
Beautiful bowling. I think if you analyze, other than Babar, no one has, Farhan Babar, no one has batted according to a plan. They just went across the line throughout.
This once again, Essam pushes it off the back foot. Looking to come through for that single, but a good bit of work by the point fielder keeps it to a dot.
4 dot balls on the trot. Disciplined bowling by Keshav.
Pitched up, this time going across the line. Essam, oh, a chance there for that short third man fielder, but nothing in that shot didn't carry even towards that 30 yard.
That could be a better effort by the third man fielder.
Oh, once again Essam shoulders arms at the last delivery, and a brilliant maiden over comes to an end from Keshav Sharma. So 127 for 8 at the end of 26 overs, Ajman.
तो नीचे ही रही है.
Well, that was not the best of strokes, and they just kept on losing wickets. Nabil is ball beautifully fiber for him. Every time the batter they looked to play across the line, this is what happened. He's gotten wickets at regular intervals, and that was a brilliant catch in the slip cordon. What a terrific spell this man has bowled, Nabil. And he's not done yet. He's still got a couple of overs. So maybe he could get another wicket or two. Yeah, what a brilliant spell of bowling. And not too sure why are these batters in a hurry. It's a 50 over game. We are just into 27th over now. And they've already lost 8 wickets. It's a sorry looking scorecard for Team Ajman. It is a major brain fade to say the least.
Certainly, Wes. But I think when Lovepreet and Farhan were batting, they were looking good at the moment. 20 overs, 108 runs for 3 wickets. Oh, another wicket taken. Wicket number 6 for this champion bowler, Nabil. Good catch by Raees Ahmed in slips.
Nabil Aziz, what are you doing, my friend? 6 wickets in your opening game of Emirates D50. And this man, he has created havoc here in Karwan Cricket Ground. Nabil Aziz, take a bow, young man. And once again, the slip cordon, they have been very busy and they've ensured they don't make more mistakes. It's a sorry departure. Issam Matheura, 10 deliveries and not disturbing the scorers this afternoon. They are struggling and struggling big time. It's 128 for the loss of 9.
अली भाई दे दो आप अच्छा मेरे लिए लाए मुझे आपने आप जल्दी से यार आपसे कहाँ मिला हूँ मैं आपसे कहाँ मिला
In comes the number 11 batter, Jamshed. Is now pretty much known for his batting abilities. Nabil, can he pick up a 7? Oh, yes, he can! Nabil Aziz, take a bow, young man. What have you done? 7 wickets in a span of 8.5. He's not bowled out his overs. And he has picked up 7 wickets. This is unbelievable bowling, breathtaking stuff. And have a look at the catch once again. Low, kept his eyes on the ball right till the end, making no errors, no mistakes. That's the man on your screen. He's the one who has put a major dent and damage to the batting order. Oh my word, Nabil Aziz, you are a champion, my friend. 7 wickets in 8.5, 37 is all he's given. And he is getting a lot of acknowledgement, a lot of praise and a lot of acknowledgement. Absolutely brilliant scenes down there. These men in orange, they have had the best of outings this afternoon. Ajman winning the toss, batting first. That decision hasn't paid dividends in their favour. Well, that's how things have panned out in the opening game. Ajman batting first at Danul Mulk. The captain going early. Farhan Babar 17 just 54. He just showed that if you apply yourself in the middle, you can convert the small ones into big ones. Then that excellent bit of partnership between Lovepreet and Farhan. And after that you can see a horrid looking scorecard. None of the batters could really get going. All of them, they looked in a hurry in a 50 over game. And they have been bundled out in just 26.5 overs. Absolute disaster, to say the least. That's the highlight package. They started off well, Team Ajman. They were on a roll. And Farhan Babar, he played absolutely brilliantly for Lucknow. He was taking for a few runs because Farhan Babar was in a mood where he was striking big. Boundaries were coming thick and fast. Farhan Babar, he looked always in control. Until this man, the spin wizard, came into the attack. He had different plans. He came with an intent, fearless and courageous approach. And just kept on picking wickets. At this stage, Farhan Babar really gave a bit of resistance, and at this stage, it looked like they're going to score somewhere around 240 to 50. But Keshav Sharma then came in and looked and just completely turned the table around these two. None of the batter could really apply themselves in the middle, trying to go for the big shots, which wasn't required, and just losing wickets at regular intervals. Nobody took the responsibility. Nabil Aziz, he was struck for a few boundaries, but look at this. Beautifully done. That was the big moment where he got the lights of Farhan Babar, and after that, rest is history. He kept on picking up wickets left, right, and centre, and he was literally unplayable. Look at that catch. Brilliantly done. Mayank Chaudhary and Rais, they have been superly busy because they have taken some absolute blinders. Very, very poor batting, looking to play big shots. And this was another excellent catch. Rais Ahmed safe as a house. The slip cordon, they have been unbelievable. Mayank Chaudhary makes no mistake in the end. Very impressive bowling card in front of us. Sumit Hussain started off well, didn't pick up a wicket, but very precise. Sabir Rao, he gave an excellent start, picked up 2 wickets on the up, and then Falak Noor, expensive, not having the best of afternoons. Keshav Sharma, exceptionally well, bowled 7 overs, 28 is what he's given 1 wicket, but the man of the moment, Nabil Aziz, 8.5, 1 maiden, 37 runs and 7 wickets. Yes, it is the right scorecard. If you've just tuned in, 7 wickets by this champion bowler, and this should go down as one of the best figures and the best bowling we have seen so far in the Emirates D50 2025. Right then, we are just going to dive in for a break, and once we are back, we will be all set for the fascinating run chase. Stay tuned. Welcome back once again, viewers. First innings done and dusted. 128 is all they have managed to score, Ajman, and can you believe it or not? They have been bundled out in just 26.5 overs. That's the batting card. They're very sorry looking for the team. Ajman Adnan, the captain, going early. Farhan Babar, that is one man who showed resilience, stayed there for a very long time, lost his wicket at a very wrong time. And then you can see the middle order. There was a bit of a stutter. Lovepreet Singh and Farhan, they had a good little partnership, but otherwise, none of the batters really took the responsibility, took any kind of charge in their hands, and in the end, they just played 26.5 overs and have been bowled out here in the opening game of Emirates D50. Talking about the bowling performance, I think they have been absolutely brilliant. We need to give a lot of credit to the captain, Adeeb Usmani. He was very smart in the rotation of his bowlers. Sumit Hussain started off well, and then Sabir Rao really just picking up those important 2 wickets, setting the tone. Falak Noor, quite expensive, not the best of afternoons. Keshav Sharma, he bowled pretty decent in those perfect channels, picked up an important wicket, but then that is the man of the moment, Nabil Aziz. 37 is what he has given and has picked up 7 wickets. Incredible and an unbelievable performance by a champion cricketer, Nabil Aziz. I think it's also the right time to be introducing you for the first time today. Is going to be joining me in the com box, Rashid Mohammed. Welcome, Rashid.
Thank you, always. Good evening, viewers. Yeah, interesting game on our hands. The first one of the Emirates D50, and it's proved to be a dramatical start here. Nabil Aziz, well, what a performance from the young lad, picking up 7 wickets. And also, the team performance was amazing today. OS giving away just 4 extras. That is something that you don't see too often. So I think they've played some very disciplined cricket in the first half of the game. Now towards the second half, they'll want to chase down this 128 runs as soon as possible. Obviously, because they want to make sure that they have a good run rate on their hands as well.
Quite certainly. I think they've done their homework and they have certainly come out with a strategy. More often than not, we have seen the shorter formats in a T10 game, in a 20-over format. The bowlers, they try to do a bit too much, go for the variations, but in a 50-over format, what they have done, kept things so simple, kept on bowling in the right areas, fuller. And Nabil Aziz, what a tremendous performance by him.
Well, absolutely. That's what you need to do in the longer format. Be consistent with your line and lengths. And like you mentioned, which is why they got the result, the desired result, got the team bundled out for 128 runs. Now, this is what Ajman needs to do as well. They're not out of the game. They can certainly pick up wickets. This is a good wicket to bowl on as well if you bowl on the right channels. Zohair Iqbal, we know he's a good bowler, bowls the outswingers to the right-handers, which is why we'll see a few slips in place as well. A gully in place for him. And he's got a backward point, a deep third in place, and a deep fine leg. Those are the 2 fielders outside the 30-yard. Nobody patrolling towards the onside. You see nobody just mid-on and a deep fine leg, the 2 fielders on the onside. So this is a very interesting field set. He'll have to be very consistent outside the off-stump.
I think he can just take a leaf out of the notebook of Sabir Rao as to how he started proceeding with the new ball. We have already seen in the first innings 3 slips in place. That's what we witnessed in the first innings. They had 3 slips, a gully, short cover, short mid. And now over to the bowlers of Team Ajman. Can they produce those early wickets? That should be the right approach. They need to pick up wickets because 128 defending that, I don't think so. That's going to be easy for them.
2 batters out there. Mayank Chaudhary for Fujairah. He'll be Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Apologize for the inconvenience. We'd had a small technical issue, which is why we couldn't get you live pictures. But in the midst of all that, Fujairah, they've had a dreaded start. They've lost their first wicket already in the first 4 deliveries. Zohair Iqbal picking up that big wicket of Mayank Chaudhary. Got him leg before wicket. Got him right in front, and good decision from the umpire. Apologize once again, we couldn't bring you those pictures, but we're back to live action now. First 4 deliveries bowled. Fujairah 1 for 1 at the moment. Ajman with an early breakthrough. That's the kind of start they would have wanted. And now we still see 2 slips and a gully in place. They've got a deep third, like we said, like we mentioned earlier, and a deep fine leg in position. New man in. Rohit will be taking strike against Zohair Iqbal, was bowled nicely outside off stump. This is a very good channel. Whereas do you think kind of perfect start for Ajman would have wanted?
Yeah, that's what they need to keep looking for. They have to look to pick up those early wickets, and Zohair, he's struck early in his very first over. And what's good to see that is pitching the ball up. That is the right approach. When you're bowling with the new ball, you need to have a bit of patience and just keep on targeting in the perfect channels. And so far, he's been spot on.
Absolutely, you need to bowl outside off stump. Once again, outside edge, and that's taken at gully. What a big wicket this is, and what good bowling this from Zohair Iqbal. We've got a game on our hands.
What a start here for Team Ajman. So here he has picked up his second wicket, making the batter come on the up, driving that, and a brilliant catch. No mistakes have been made. And look at Zohair Iqbal go. He knows that he has put his team into a commanding position. 2 wickets already down. That's what they were looking for. And a slow walk for Rohit Rathi. He goes for naught. It's 1 for 2 after 1.
Well, a dreadful start here for Fujairah. They've lost 2 wickets in the first over. Some very good bowling by Zohair Iqbal, getting the ball to move away from the right-handers. On that previous delivery, he got that extra bit of bounce as well. And like you mentioned, drew the batsman onto the front foot. And he was going for that expansive drive through the covers. Got that big outside edge. And what a good catch at gully. Everything perfect for Ajman in that over. Now it's going to be Jamshed to bowl the next outside off stump once again. Doesn't have as much pace as Zohair Iqbal, Junaid, but he's Jamshed, beg your pardon, but he's got very good, very consistent line and length.
Yeah, the batters, I think they just need to be a little bit mindful here. That's what they want, the batters to make them drive. And that's where you do have that privilege to let the ball go, leave it alone, because you've got plenty of overs. It's a 50-over format. You're not really chasing a big target. So you can have all the time in the world and ensure you just leave the good deliveries.
Once again, some good fielding at covers. That was a good shot by Adib Usmani. He's the captain of the side, and look at what he did on that previous delivery. Where he came down the track, took a couple of steps, and tries to negate the swing that is being generated by both the bowlers. Jamshed also getting that outside movement, which is why I think he's just trying to make sure that he gets behind the ball. That is what you need to do. And like you mentioned, they need to make sure that they see off this new ball. We've got 2 new balls from both the ends. That has been the norm in the 50-over competitions for a very long time. And you need to take away the swing for the other batters to make it easy for them. Once again, outside off stump. This is cut and just falls short of the deep third fielder. Adib Usmani also needs to make sure that he just settles down. They don't need runs at the moment. They just need to survive and make sure that they play more confidently.
Yeah, you made a very valid point here, Bashid. I think the batters, they can just stand a couple of steps ahead from the popping crease, and rightfully pointed out that is really going to negate that swing on offer. And also they need to ensure that they don't really go off with the ball. Let the ball come to you. Try to play it as late as you can. Adib Usmani, of course, we know he's a very talented cricketer, and these little things make a lot of difference.
Another very talented cricketer on your screens right now. Rais Ahmed facing his first delivery. Plays that really late and nicely done at gully. Well, that's the difference now. You see the first two openers trying to go towards the ball, and we saw Rais playing it very late and then also playing it very soft hands.
And this is where I believe Jamshed, he does have the privilege to slightly pitch the ball a little more further. What that's going to do, it is certainly going to entice Rais to play the drive shot. He's one of those batters, he really likes to play those strokes, and he's not a very strong believer of leaving the balls, Rashid.
Yeah, he's a busy cricketer. As long as he's out there, you'll see runs coming in very quickly. Well, let's that one go. Well, you said that a little too early there, Wes.
Oh, what an entertaining match are we witnessing. In a span of, let's say, 2.5 hours, we have seen 12 wickets falling already. It just shows there is so much, even with the fast bowlers, we saw what Sabir Rao did in the first innings. And then you've seen what Keshav Sharma and Nabil Aziz, the havoc he's created, simply impeccable.
Well, yeah, that tells you that also that these teams, because they don't play so much of 50-over cricket, they're pretty rusty. And that is something that temperament comes with play, with experience. That is certainly missing here. Too full, but plays it very softly towards covers. We'll keep that conversation going in the next over. End of over number 2. A good one from Jamshed. Just one run coming off it. 2 for 2 after 2.
Check. Off stump, sir.
Two for 2 after 2 overs. Very well to continue, rightly so. Bowled a brilliant first over, gets the inner half of the bat. That's another good delivery. Adib Usmani trying to go too hard, not much feet movement there, OS.
Yeah, that's where I believe Adib Usmani will have to be a little careful and a little cautious in his approach. You have to be a little busy, rightfully pointed out. You need to use your feet. It's clear indications that the ball is really moving in the air sharply and also off the seam. Now, the question remains to be asked as to what is the approach going to be of Adib Usmani and Rais Ahmed. Both like to go big. Oh, beautifully bowled and equally well played. On that occasion, that ball came in towards Adib Usmani. So, what I'm trying to figure out if these batters, both of them, we know how destructive they are in the shorter formats. So, looking at the current scenario in this situation, are they going to really back their natural gameplay, or look at the conditions and say, right, we just need to stay there in the middle, apply ourselves in the middle, and take the game deep?
Well, that's a sign of a good batter. You need to adjust to situations. Yes, your natural game is to go after the bowling, but at the moment with 2 wickets down, not chasing a big target, if I was Adib Usmani or Rais Ahmed, I would just get my eye in first, understand the situation and read the wicket, because this is a new wicket we are playing at. Brilliant facilities though here at the Karwan Cricket Club. Once again trying to come down the track, and good adjustment by Zohair Iqbal as well, pulling his length back. So yeah, this is a good contest between bat and ball, and I think Adib Usmani has got that extra bit of responsibility because he's the captain of the side as well. So what he needs to do is he needs to lead from the front. He needs to show the path to the other batters who are to follow after him. And in doing so, he needs to make sure that he stays there for a while. This requires good temperament and a good understanding of the game. At the moment, Zohair is on top. You don't sometimes, if he gets a loose delivery, he needs to make sure that he dispatches that for a boundary at least. If he gets good deliveries, he needs to make sure that he defends them or lets them go through.
All in all, weather the storm. Short delivery, that has been pulled away nicely, and it's gone towards the longer part of this ground. That is going to give him a bit of relief and just release a bit of pressure.
Yeah, that's a very good shot. I say that because he had initially come in front and then unsettled the bowler, who pulled his length back, and then he went back and pulled that towards the vacant region. Now this is where they don't have too many fielders. This is a very, very big real estate on offer for Adib Usmani. He's taken full advantage of that, getting 4 very important runs and making sure that he unsettles the bowler at the same time. Now Zuhair Iqbal will be having second thoughts in his mind on the length he needs to bowl to Adib Usmani.
Short once again, but this time slightly fuller, and good running and good response by Rais Ahmed as well.
These two have played quite a bit of cricket together, so they understand each other quite nicely. And I think that's what every coach would tell you. Once you hit a boundary, make sure that you try to rotate strike as soon as possible. And with not too many runs on the board required for Fujairah, they would want to make sure that they keep unsettling the bowlers, keep picking up singles, keep rotating strike, and that can really unsettle any bowler in the world.
Yeah, couldn't agree more on that. Last delivery. Oh, tries to cut that, that feet not going anywhere. And a dot to close out the third over. 7 for 2, Fujairah.
जिम्मी एक साइड देख ली साइड देख के दास से केडी वाली करनी है नेक्स्ट टाइम या
Jamshed to continue with the second over. Nicely cut away once again. He's found the gap to perfection. It's a lightning hook outfield, and the ball will win the race.
That's a brilliant shot from Adib Usmani. Waiting for that one, like you mentioned earlier, he had to just let the ball come to him and then placing it nicely between the two fielders and getting 4 very important runs. Also tried to didn't try to hit it in the air, made sure that he played it along the carpet to get a very important boundary. In the span of 5 deliveries, they've gotten 2 boundaries already, and look at where Adib Usmani is standing, outside the popping crease.
Oh, he's missed out on that one. There was a bit of width offered, and clearly we can see he's getting that extra bit of movement off the surface.
Well, Adib Usmani needs to just calm down here, get settled in. That's, I think, probably what Rais Ahmed will be telling him as well. Because the problem is not with his shot selection. The problem is that sometimes you get an extra bit of bounce on this wicket, which is where playing those kind of shots can induce the outside edge. So this is where they need to be careful. And Ajman at the other end, I think they wouldn't mind Adib Usmani trying to go after the bowlers, picking up boundaries, because in doing so, he can give them an opportunity for another wicket.
Short once again, but this time slightly holding up to the surface. Yeah, you make a good point here, Rashid. And that is what Ajman team, they would want the batters to really go after the bowling, because if the batters, they decide, right, we're going to stay there in the middle and look to play the singles and doubles, that's where troubles for Ajman team will occur.
Absolutely, and I think at the moment for Jamshed, they'll need to make a slight adjustment as well. He's bowling outside off stump. Probably take out that gully fielder, strengthen the offside towards the cover region, and in doing so, I think they can produce that doubt in the batter's mind. Oh, clip towards mid-wicket. That's a nice shot, not a good delivery, and that'll be another boundary. Nicely timed by Adib Usmani, getting the second one of the over.
A nice flick of the wrist by Adib Usmani, the captain. It was a fuller delivery, and he's got fast hands. Look at how quickly he's maneuvered that beautifully towards the deep mid-wicket region. Gets a boundary, so all of a sudden now the runs are coming for Team Fujairah, and that's where Team Ajman will have to be mindful not to leak many runs, and also the question remains to be asked as to when decide to bring spin into the attack.
Well, they certainly will have to get his thinking cap on, Adnan ul Mulk. Oh, that's cut and cut well, and that'll probably go all the way for a maximum. Yes, that is the first one of the innings for Adib Usmani. Overcompensating on that occasion, Jamshed outside of stump. Adib Usmani takes it with both hands.
Well, he looked so comfortable when he was playing the shot, and it just looked like he had all the time in the world. It was too short, and with the pace of which Jamshed has, he's not going to really be asking any kind of questions or any troubles for the batter.
He had a lot of time. It was as if he was expecting him to bowl there, compensating for that fuller length delivery on the stumps, trying to go outside off stump, and in doing so, he is leaked away some runs in this over. 15 of them. He gave away 2 in the first, I think, and 13 coming on this one. Oh, nice shot once again. Pulled it towards mid wicket, and that'll be another boundary to end the over. What a brilliant over this has been for Fujairah and Adib Usmani.
Yeah, you just can't be bowling too short to this man. He's very strong in those areas. Not learning from his mistakes, Jamshed. Opting to bowl short yet again and got a full treatment to close out a very good over for team Fujairah. It's 4 gone, 25 for 2.
Zohair to continue. Oh, swing and a miss there. That's a brilliant delivery from Zohair Iqbal. Now, this is where there is some trouble here for Ajman because Zohair Iqbal is bowling brilliantly well. He's not getting any support from the other end. Jamshed, beg your pardon, got sleeked away a lot of runs in that previous over, took away all that pressure that was built in the first few overs. And now Zohair Iqbal, he'll have to start again. He'll have to keep doing what he's doing. And I think this is where I would probably, if I was the captain of Ajman, I would probably make a change in the next over, get a spinner in.
Yeah, I doubt if you're going to see Jamshed in the next over because the problem is they don't really have many runs to work with. So if he gives another expensive over, it's going to be very difficult to make a comeback. Lovely delivery, playing it with soft hands and good running between the wickets. So far, they are doing fine when we talk about the running between the wickets.
Yeah, and also I think it's about time they'll have to become a little proactive here, Ajman. They'll have to probably make a change in the field as well. That mid-wicket area has leaked a few runs. Zohair Iqbal doesn't have anybody in that region. So I would probably want to take away either one of the slips and put him at short mid-wicket to cut down on the singles, especially when Rais Ahmed is on strike. And in doing so, they'll have to keep the same batter on strike for a bit, for at least 3 or 4 deliveries for the bowler to really work with something. Otherwise, changing strike and keeping the rotation going doesn't help for the bowlers. That's nicely played, nicely driven. That's a beautiful shot. That's a magnificent shot from Adib Usmani, earning him another boundary.
Oh, what a stylish and an elegant stroke coming in from the plate of Adib Usmani. He was always in control. Look at that. It's just a simple push, just sublime timing, not really overstriding, letting the ball come to him and getting full value of his shots at the moment. He's just raced on to 29 in no time. What an eventful start we witnessed. We've already seen 2 wickets going down, but now Adib Usmani, the captain, he is in a different mood altogether.
That's a very, very good shot. Comes down the track nicely. Pulled length by Zohair Iqbal, but they pick up a single towards that short mid-wicket region. I think this is an area which they really need to think about now.
Also now we have to ask the question to the captain as to when does he decide to bring the spinners on. The problem is that their mainstream bowler, if we talk about the spin department, is Isam Matirab. I'm not too sure how comfortable he's going to be bowling in the power play with the new ball, with this lacquer on the ball.
Oh, nicely bowled. Trying to surprise him with that Yorkland delivery, but nicely pulled out by Rais Ahmed. Will be a dot ball though, and that's a good point you make, Wes.
कैब मंगवाई आपने हेलमेट मंगवाया कैसी बात है वो कमिटमेंट आपने भी नहीं की थी वो आपने मेरा फोकस ही रहेगा देख लीजिए
One more delivery to go in the over. Zurich ball is given away 13. A rare wide delivery from him as well. Down the leg side, well, that's not the kind of length he would line or length he would have wanted to bowl with the kind of field setup he's got. Comes in once again. That's trying to pull that. Gets beaten convincingly, Rais Ahmed. Hasn't looked in top form today. 5 overs completed. Good over this one from Zohair Iqbal, 32 for 2.
लॉन्ग ऑफ हो गया एक लवी एक्स्ट्रा जब हाँ अजीत रिप्लाई के इधर चार रखो जुएब भाई अंदर जुएब भाई अंदर अंदर सीधा हो गया टू लेफ्ट आर्म अराउंड अभी के लिए नॉर्मल रखो इसको बोल ये किसान थोड़ा उधर हो जा
Right, then it seems like we've gotten the answer to our questions. They have gone with spin. Another very, very talented spinner. Couldn't really get going with the bat, but now he's got a big responsibility. Can he pick up a wicket or two early on with the new ball?
An interesting change here. Harshit Seth coming into bowl to Adib Usman, who's on 30 of 17. Oh, it's nicely bowled, slower in the air. Don't expect that too much from Harshit Seth. He normally tries to dart them in. He's not a big turner of the ball away from the right-hander. Normally relies a lot on his arm deliveries. But on this occasion, he started well. Slower once again, but nicely maneuvered this by Adib Usmani. He's eyed that vacant region towards fine leg, and that will be a boundary on the second delivery of Harshit Seth's first over.
Well, they are running away with the show now. Harshit was trying to target the stumps, but it was a premeditated shot coming in. He knew that there was nobody patrolling. There was nobody there in the fine leg region. And that's where he's such a smart cricketer. 34 and 19. Talking about the spinners of Team Fujairah, I think it's such a privilege to have left-arm spinners in your team. Keshav Sharma, he was bowling slightly quicker, slightly flatter. Nabil on the other end, he gave a lot of air, a lot of flight. And both those bowlers bowled in tandem beautifully.
Oh, goes for that shot once again. Beats the wicketkeeper as well. Did he get some bat on that? That's the only question. But I think it won't run away towards the boundary. They'll pick up a couple of more runs. I have to wait and see what the decision from the umpire is. Yes, I think it did get some bat onto it. Farhan did try to put his glove out. And I think he saved a boundary here.
It's quite surprising they are still insisting not to have a fine leg in position. Adib Usmani is the second time he's tried to sweep that. Short delivery, and that has been absolutely dismissed from his presence. What a huge hit coming from Adib. He moves on to 40s.
Oh, what a brilliant shot that was. That was bludgeoned out of the park. Short delivery from Harshit Seth. Look at what he's done there. He's really just unsettled him. And even though there was a fielder there, it was just a mere spectator. That's gone out of the park. Brilliant hitting, brilliant batting this by Adib Usmani. Not very good bowling from Ajman and Harshit Seth.
Well, they are not in a very good position at the moment. And also, I really feel for the captain Adnan Bulk. Why do I say that? Because you're bowling with a new ball. Harshit, he's been introduced in the 6th over. The ball is relatively new. You don't really expect the ball to really bite and get any kind of purchase. The ball will pitch, skid on, and come faster to the batters, and they won't mind that.
Yeah, and also Harshit said is doing something unnatural. He's not a bowler who gives the ball a lot of air. He's the kind of bowler who dots them in, relies a lot on his arm deliveries. But today he's trying to spin the ball, and in doing so, he's bowling a lot slower with no fine leg in position. I think that's an added bit of pressure on Harshit Said, who won't be able to really bowl the kind of length he would have wanted to bowl with the new ball. And I think Adib Usmani is taking full advantage of that, and he's making sure that he really doesn't let the bowlers settle down.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more on that. And also, if you observe that they've been looking to play towards the square region, towards the mid wicket, because they know that Harshit is not a very big turner of the ball. The ball will come in with that arm delivery of Harshit, just like that. That is a much better delivery. And Adib Usmani, he's in control at the moment.
Yeah, nicely played that down the ground, picks up a single. That was the kind of delivery that Harshit Said is known for. Quicker, lot flatter, and just deceive the batter with that inward movement he gets. Last delivery of the over. Oh, nicely bowled. Gets the inner half of the bat. They'll pick up a single, and that's all they'll get to end this brilliant over for Fujairah once again. 14 runs coming off it. That'll be the end of over number 6. 46 for 2.
ये बॉल चेंज का नुकसान है, बॉल चेंज का नुकसान कोई ठीक है, फायदा है समझ गए ना.
Very Iqbal to continue. Bowled a brilliant 3 overs. Oh, that's nicely played. That's a brilliant, magnificent, bludgeon shot out of the park. We're just waiting to see if it's gone all the way or it bounced right in front of the boundary rope. My co-commentator who's just joining me thinks that's a boundary. That was a full length delivery, and Reis just played that with such power, flat all the way for a boundary. Good start here to this over for Reis Ahmed. He's a very talented cricketer. And talking about talent, joining me in the com box for the first time, a very talented co-commentator, Abdullah Mazhar. Good evening, welcome.
Good evening, Rashid. Thank you. What a beautiful shot by Reis Ahmed. He's joining the party with Adib. He doesn't want to be left behind.
Oh yeah, it's about time because oh, nicely bowled, but that was clearly going down leg.
Oh yes, slightly pitching outside leg. A quick single taken. The most important thing is the strike has to keep rotating, and the score has to keep ticking.
Oh, absolutely, that's a very valid point. As soon as it hit him on the pads, Adib Usmani wanted to go for the single, wants to keep that strike rotation going, like you mentioned. 50 runs comes up for Fujairah as well, 51 for 2 in just 6.2 overs. Oh, that's nicely played once again, but straight to the field at mid-off. They'll pick up a quick single, so they're keeping that rotation going up, Abhi.
Oh yes, they're doing very well. After that early strike by Uzair, they've come back very strongly.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's what they would have wanted as well. These two settled batters, experienced. Reis Ahmed 6 of 11, Adib Usmani 44 of 23, and they've taken the score to 52 for 2. Oh, that's cut away nicely. It's up in the air, but that'll be a maximum. That's gone all the way for a big hit by Reis Ahmed. Nicely played, nicely controlled, and made sure that he got enough on it.
What a great shot by this champion batsman. He had the eyes on the ball till the very end, and he middled it to perfection. good eye-hand coordination.
Yeah, that was key there, the hand-eye coordination, because he's not known for his feet movement. He relies a lot on hand-eye coordination. That was a very well struck shot, taking it all the way for a maximum. This is nicely played once again. Clips it towards square leg, picks up a single. Smart, intelligent batting by these two.
Very good batting, after a 6, move out of strike, that's the best thing to do, especially in a longer format.
Yeah, we enjoy this, don't we? When we see a batter of his class hitting a boundary and then picking up a single. Remember, our coaches back in the day used to tell us the same thing: hit a boundary, get to the other end.
But we never heard them. That's why we're commentating today.
Nicely clipped away towards fine leg. That might run away towards the boundary. They don't have a fine leg in place, and that's a magnificent shot. Not very good delivery by Zohair Iqbal. It was just moving that towards the onside, down towards fine leg, and nicely placed by Adib Usmani. Not trying to overhit it, flicks it for a boundary to end yet another successful over for Fujairah. 63 for 2. Seven overs, 63 for 2. It's going to be Harshit Seth to continue. Give away 14 in his first over, but some faith shown by the captain. He's continuing. Nicely clipped away by Rais Ahmed to pick up a single.
Oh, yes. Expensive over, but nevertheless, you can always come back. This is good. This is cricket. And again, you need to keep rotating the strike.
And I think that's what Rais Ahmed has done as well. He picked up a single on the very first delivery, doing the right thing, giving strike to his captain, who's batting brilliantly on 48 of 24. One hit away from what is going to be a very good half century. He's going for the second. No. Decides against that very wisely by Rais Ahmed as well. Good decision. They'll pick up yet another single and yet another rotation of strike.
Certainly, Rashid, that was the right call to not go for the second run. And just 64 runs in 256 balls at 1.5 runs and over. Looks easy from here.
Yeah, should be a walk in the park for Fujairah. Oh, that's up in the air. Falls short of the fielder. Oh, Adib wanted to go for the single. A lot of drama on that delivery. Wasn't a very good delivery, but Rais Ahmed, he's very casually just wanted to pick up single and give strike to Adib Usmani. But in doing so, he might have just lost his wicket. Need some focus here from both the batters. Oh, another good delivery. This is what Harshit Seth needs to do. Back himself as being the bowler who brings it into the right-handers.
He has a very good armour ball. And it actually even swung in. If you look closely, it came in towards the batsman.
Another flighted delivery. This is played to short mid-wicket. No chance of a run. Yeah, that's what he's known for, Abdullah. He gets the ball to swing it in the air, and once it pitches on the seam, he's got a nice seam position as well. It really just sneaks in. And I think he's just trying probably to make that a surprise delivery, which is why he's not bowling that enough. But for me, I think that is a good delivery for him. 8 overs completed. Good over this one. Yet again for Fujairah. 65 for 2. Well, there's going to be a change in the bowling. Zohair Iqbal has been given a break as well. Rightly so. Didn't bowl that last over quite well. It's going to be Aftab who'll be coming in from the far end. Another very talented bowler. He'll be up against Adib Usmani, who's on 49 of 25. Nicely drills that down the ground, gets to his mid and half century of the tournament. This is a brilliant effort from the captain of Fujairah, Abdi Usmani, getting to 50 runs of just 26 deliveries. Came in at a time when his team were in a bit of trouble, but he's really bailed them out, played some magnificent shots, and hasn't let the bowlers settle down really.
Certainly, Rashid, what a captain's knock, and the way he played, the way he took his team out of the difficult situation they were in. Hats off to this talented batsman.
And I think that is the reason why he's opted to make his services available at the top of the order, because he's one man who can really steady the ship if you lose early wickets, and boy has he done that well today. But at the same time, this has been a magnificent start for Aftab, who's given away just 1 run in the 4 deliveries he's bowled, bowling very consistently, not giving anything away to Rais Ahmed, who's just played that back to the bowler on the 4 deliveries he's faced off him so far. 1 more to go, and it'll be the same result. Will be another dot ball. So magnificent start here for Aftab. Just given away 1 run in that over, but important over this one for Fujairah. Adib Usmani getting to his 50 run mark. 9 overs completed, 66 for 2.
All right, Harshad is back into the attack. Oh, that's a huge 6 over mid wicket for 6 runs. That's a long, long 6. All right, there's a change in the com box. Uwais Ali.
Thank you very much, Abdullah Mazhar. It has been a one-way traffic since this match has started. And I think that wasn't the best of decisions after winning the toss and then deciding to bat first on this green deck, where we saw there was so much help for the fast bowlers. That was the last shot. Look at the feet movement, how quickly he's come down the track and has hammered this for a huge maximum. It's turning out to be quite an expensive spell already for Harshad.
Oh yes, you know, if you're chasing a small total, you can't keep bowling like that. And 22 in just 2.1 overs, it's almost 10 runs and over.
Yeah, not the best of starts here for Team Ajman. So much was expected by this talented team, but the batters, they couldn't really get going in the first innings, and now over to these batters of Team Fujairah. They're doing a fine job. Yeah, it's pretty much done and dusted now. 57 is all they need, and we're just into the 10th over.
Yes, rightly agreed with. It's not. It was a sorry-looking scorecard for Team Ajman, and the way these two batsmen, especially Adib Usmani, he's batting like a champion. He's in a hurry to finish the game ASAP.
Yeah, champion is the right word if you could use for that man on your screen here. Adib Usmani, the captain, taking the charge and leading from the front, setting an example early on, setting the tone. What a tremendous knock this has been. Just 27 deliveries is what he's faced, and he's already on 56. Beautifully bowled and equally well played by the Usmani. Doesn't seem to be in a rush. Also, I think we need to give a lot of credit to Rais Ahmed. He's playing the role of a second fiddle, ensuring that he gives majority of the strike to the Adib Usmani.
Certainly, he's playing this role, which he's doing really well. And normally he doesn't play that role. He's an aggressive batsman.
Yeah. Rais Ahmed, we know what he's known for. A batter who really, especially when you talk about the boundaries and the maximums we've seen throughout this season, even the last couple of seasons, he's been making a lot of name for himself. Rais Ahmed, what a powerful striker of the ball. But so far, I think he's just holding back and just going against his natural gameplay.
We've seen him bat in T20s and 10 over cricket. He's a destructive batsman and he's a match winner.
Heaves that away towards a deep square leg region. Gets a single and will retain strike in the next over. We are just 10 overs gone. It's 73 for the loss of 2. That's the signal coming in by the umpire on regards to the power play. Imran Manir. He's made some excellent calls, by the way, Abdullah.
Certainly, especially in the first inning, Farhan Babar's dismissal was spot on. It pitched in line, came back slightly in, hitting maybe middle or leg. A very good decision by the umpire.
Too much to ask for from the spinners at this stage, and the question remains to be asked as to when Isam Matir Rab will be introduced into the attack. Another quality right arm wrist spinner, a genuine wicket taker, but I think he's just been held back because the ball is still new. And being a wrist spinner, it's very difficult to grip the ball when the ball is new.
Yes, agreed, Wes. That was a good fielding effort by Auzair after bowling that fiery spell in the start.
Beautifully bowled and equally well played by Adib Usmani. Such a smart cricketer. He's really respecting the good delivery. He's not really trying to be rather over ambitious. Just waiting for the looseners and cashing onto them. Good delivery once again. Gets a single.
A very good tight line bowling by Aftab. He's bowling it on the wickets. He's not giving any room to the bowlers, to the batsmen, sorry. And he's looking good so far.
Yeah, so far so good. Needs to just keep on chipping in with wickets. And this is something which I was discussing early on with Arjun, and it is that kind of a wicket. Under the lights, it does tend to come on much better onto your bat. And that's where I believe it was quite a surprising call. Adnan ul-Mulk won the toss, wanted to bat first on this fresh deck. But there was so much for the bowlers. There was some moisture in the wicket. It was a soft track. A lot of green there. And that decision has heavily gone against their favour.
Certainly that decision has backfired. But nevertheless, you've learned something that, this kind of wicket. All right, that's a good shot by Rais Ahmed for 4 runs. Powerful shot.
Yeah, it was just a marginally short, and how quickly Rais Ahmed is rocked back at the back foot. And he was always in control and always wanted to go aerial. Nobody patrolling in that area. Super shot to end the 11th over. It's 78 for 2.
Bowling right jam हुआ.
This is going to be a change in the bowling. Basil to be bowling the first time in this innings. Can he disengage this partnership, which is already growing in confidence and in stature? Good delivery, just back of the length, and watchful is Adib Usmani. 58 unbeaten in just 35 deliveries. Captain is really shown some maturity out there.
Adib Usmani, yes, he's looking very strong at the moment. And I don't think the Ajman bowlers are just trying to, they're not going to disturb him in the rest part of his innings.
Wanted to pull that, but that ball just rushing onto him and getting a little big on him in the end. Getting late as well as Adib Usmani.
Adil was expecting a bit more pace on the ball. Maybe that's why he couldn't time it to perfection. And he's looking very good and strong at 58 in 37 deliveries.
This is high up in the air, and it's a soft dismissal. This is what he wanted to do on the second ball, and it was more like a replica as what we saw. But this time he's gotten it from the top of his bat, never in control, not timed, and an easy catch taken in the end. Lovepreet, he's not going to drop those.
Yes, he couldn't middle the ball. It came up to him very slowly, like we said in the previous delivery. But nevertheless, a great inning by Adib Usmani.
Yeah, he'll have to go back, but he's already done a lot of damage where he scored 58 in just 38 deliveries with 7 boundaries and 3 huge maximums for his team. Getting a timely wicket here, Team Ajman, but the problem is that they don't really have many runs to work with. Only 51 is what is needed. In comes a very stylish batter, Harshit Kaushik.
All right, there's a lefty. We are seeing a lefty Harshit Kaushik in the crease, and it'll be a bit tougher for the Ajman bowlers to see a left-right hand combination.
Well, one thing is for certain, they don't really bat all that deep, Team Fujairah, so they just need to have the belief in themselves. If they can knock Rais Ahmed at this stage, you've got the likes of Sumit Hussain, Hardik Pai, Keshav Sharma to follow. So just need to keep on fighting and try to keep up by picking up those wickets. Excellent delivery. That's a good ball to the new left-handed batter.
Certainly very good bowling by Basel. Pitching it right up, asking questions to the batsmen and pressurizing them to go for a hefty drive.
Well, the captain will be dejected with himself because he would have really wanted to carry the bat and go unbeaten, but nonetheless, Basel, he's bowled well. What just happened there? I think just something just came onto the side screen, and that's why he's bailed out. Done the right thing.
Oh yes, you should always bail out if you see anything, behind the side screen, and that's the right thing to do.
Just 51 more is what is needed. No real drama at the moment. Things are in control. The men in orange. Beautifully ball. That is a top-class delivery. And all of a sudden, under the lights, the ball is really skidding on to the batter.
That was a perfect delivery by Basel. What a delivery. Look at that. Just pitched out. Oh, that was a good outswinger.
I think they're missing a trick or two here, Abdullah. They really need to have a slip in position, catching gully. They need to have that aggressive approach. You've just got a new batter who's just walked in the middle. And he was almost on the verge of edging that. Could have gone anywhere.
Agreed. You need a slip at the moment. And this guy, Basel, has some pace on him. He's bowling on a very tight line.
He sure is at the moment. Short delivery that has been worked away towards deep cover. Gets a single to open his account and also will be retaining strike in the next over. It's 12 gone. 79 for 3. Aftab to continue so far. He's done a decent job. Just the 6 runs is all he's given. Also, he's bowling in those excellent lines at the moment. He's playing around with his length, but the line has been very precise, targeting onto the stumps, and that's what we've seen in the first innings when Nabil and Keshav, when they were bowling in tandem.
Certainly, Wes, he's bowling on a very good line, wicket to wicket, and that's why I think they've promoted Harshad up the order so that they could play the lefty easily.
Yeah, that's a good point you make here. Knowing that Aftab will bring the ball into the left-hander. That's why they have intended to send Harshad Kaushik at this stage. And also Isamat Rub, another right-arm wrist spinner, who too will bring the ball in towards Harshad Kaushik. So far, he's looked in control at the moment. Beautifully played once again, getting the front foot forward. That's all they need. Singles and doubles will do the job.
Yes, they shouldn't play fancy cricket at the moment. They should keep it nice and slow. And this delivery was lofted up by Aftab to, try and get a wicket.
Beautifully bowled and punched away towards long on. Well, knowing Rais Ahmed, he is a character, Abdullah, and I really like the way he's playing because he's one of those batters, he likes to go big, but at the moment, I'm sure he's enjoying his outing out there. He just wants to stay there, get a feel of this track, and just keeping things so simple in the middle. That's not something which you see often, Rais Ahmed on 19 in 27.
Certainly, he's a destructive batsman, but you always, as a professional cricketer, you should take up all kind of roles, and this is the time he has to, bat till the end and take his team home.
Firing onto the stumps, drifting down the leg side, easy decision for the umpire. This is one thing which they have to ensure they don't make the same mistake what Ajman batters did when they were trying to play across the line to Nabil Aziz, and that's where he got a lot of bowls and LBWs in his favour.
Yes, Wes, another single by Rais. I think we've seen top-notch umpiring today. A few good decisions. End of over number 13, 85 for 3, Fujairah.
अंदर आ जा अंदर
85 for 3 after 13. Things are in control at the moment. No real hiccups. Yes, they have lost 3 wickets, but also they have gone on to score 85 runs in just 13 overs. Beautifully bowled and nicely played as well. Rais Ahmed is playing a very smart little innings here, ensuring he doesn't throw away his wicket, just dealing in singles, trying to play it as late as he can. And so far, so good.
Yes, Uwais, just 43 runs on 43 runs required. You don't need to play any kind of fancy shots to put your team into more trouble.
And this is what they would want, Team Ajman. They would want these batters to try to play a few strokes out there. Need to entice them to go big. Nicely bowled once again. Harshad letting the ball come to him. He knows that things are in control. So I don't really think, and I doubt if he's going to play any kind of rash strokes. Yes, if it's there to be hit, if it's in his arc, especially if you bowl short to him. I've seen Harshad Kaushik. If you bowl anything marginally short, he will look to hammer you towards the deep mid wicket.
Yes, these kind of shots are not required unless it's in your arc, it's in your zone. Go for it.
Yeah, I think it's the right time now to introduce Isam Mati Arab. You have already used 5 of your bowlers, and Isam being one of your mainstream bowlers, quite surprising. The captain, he's held him back. You really need to back your main bowlers. But then the captain, he has his own planning, his own strategy. Lovely delivery, good line, perfect length. Oh, direct hit, and things would have been very interesting.
Great bowling by Basel and good field work. This could have been close. And these cheeky singles are, could be risky sometimes.
Well, you don't need that actually to be taking any kind of risky singles. Oh, he was a goner. He was surely in a lot of trouble if ever that ball would have gone on to hit that hot end. Nonetheless, this is turning out to be a good little spell so far as to what we are witnessing. Basel. Shot. This has been pulled away and pulled for a maximum. It's a fine shot by Rais Ahmed.
What a great hit by this champion batsman. You were saying that Harshad pulls the ball well. This guy can do it as well.
Yeah, he's a monster, Rais Ahmed. Such a destructive cricketer. And I think he's decided that enough is enough. If it's there to be hit, if it's in my arc, I'm going to go after the bowlers in Basel. With that kind of a pace, he is not really express. So needs to really pitch the ball slightly further. Anything short, Rais Ahmed, he's going to make you pay.
Certainly, you can't keep bowling at him at that shorter length. He's going to go after you. And nevertheless, he's playing slowly, but he can always come back, switch modes, and get after you.
Last delivery. That has been driven beautifully once again along the carpet. It's gone towards the boundary. It's turning out to be a very good over for Team Fujairah, and they seem to be looking to finish off this game quickly.
What a shot. Just 32 runs required. A strong cover drive coming in by Rais Ahmed. End of 14 overs, 97 for 3.
I think the captain, he's heard me. I was just mentioning about this man, Issam Atir. He's such a fine talent, but the problem is you've introduced him when the opponents, they need only 32 runs. So you're just asking a bit too much from him.
Yes, maybe the captain had a different plan, after those early wickets by Uzair. They might have thought of something else.
Cut away, always in control, and good to see that he's always intending to play it down the ground. He's not trying to go aerial. A very smart approach by Harshad Kaushik. Issam Atir. He'll have to be very precise, especially the Rais Ahmed, who is really good against spinners.
Oh yes, Rais can go after you anytime. Oh,
Pulled away nicely once again towards the cow corner. Couple of bounces into the fence. Yeah, he's decided to unleash and switch his beast mode on. And just marginally short. Look at how quickly he's rocked back at the back foot. Found the gap to perfection. And no stopping that. He's got a great chance now, Abdullah Mazhar, to score a 50. 15 more runs, that's all he needs.
I'm sure he'll be looking to get his 50. He middles the ball so well, and that ball was just slightly short and he went after it. He has a lot of time.
Yeah, margin of error is so minimal, isn't it? Lovely cut shot, but hits it straight towards the feeder. It's an expensive start by Issam. He's got a very good wrong on as well. And time will tell when does he execute those. Now that's the traditional wrist spin, and using the pace of Issam. It's turning out to be quite an expensive over already.
Beautiful shot, beautiful placement, beautiful timing by this batsman, Rais Ahmed.
Yeah, running over the show now. 23 is all is needed. And what this win, if they ever go on to win this game, what it will do is it will really help their net run rate, which we've seen in the latter part of the tournaments. It becomes such a crucial element to add. Tries to go for the inside out shot, finds the fielder.
Yes, Wes. You always have to keep up with the net rate. net run rate, and it helps you in the later part of this tournament.
Short delivery. It's been muscled away towards deep mid wicket. It's a gigantic hit. Races on to 45. He's in a hurry.
Thirdly, Uwais, what a beautiful shot. I think he heard you that he could score his 50, and he's going after his arm. Another great bowler, he normally doesn't bowl that way. End of 15 overs, 1-1-2 for 3. Fujairah.
Captain persisting with Basil. He bowled an exceptional first over, started off really well. He did pick up a wicket as well. But the second over, it was a touch too expensive, and now just the 17 is all they need. Beautifully bowled and equally well played by Harshad. He's doing the right thing. He's ensuring he gives the strike to Rais Ahmed, because he's aware all he needs is just the 5 more runs to be getting a 50 to his name. We've already seen a half centurion, and it was the captain, the Osmani, taking the charge, taking the matters in his own hand, and really setting the tone early on. And since then, there was no looking back. They are running away with the show, pulled away with a lot of authority yet again. That is gone towards the boundary in no time. It was flat, hard, bang, he goes. That is a thunderous hit by this champion batter. What a way to reach a 50. 51 in just 38 deliveries. A champion batter, and continuing the good form this season. What an asset to have in your side. Rais Ahmed, in the very first opening game, he has gotten a 50 to his name, and that is certainly going to help and boost his confidence coming into the next games of the tournament. 119 in just 15.2. It just shows that once you apply yourself in the middle, that's where things get easy. Comes down the track. That's high. That's long. That's gone for a maximum. What a fine talent is this man, Rais Ahmed. He's decided to cut loose. Bang goes downtown. And when he hits, it stays hit. Humongous. That was a biggie. He's smiling. He's enjoying. Why not? Such a lovely character. Off the field as well. Is a lovely personality to have a chat with. Can he finish this game off with a glory hit? Oh, he's lost his shape. It's going towards the boundary, and that's it. It is Team Fujairah. They have clinched victory here in the opening game of 7 Districts presents Emirates D50, powered by Fan Code. He's getting a lot of applause and acknowledgement from the opponents as well. That was the winning runs. He's lost his bat. But still, that's the power of this man. Even though he lost control when he was trying to pull that, still, he's found the gap to perfection, and the ball had enough legs. Handshakes all around. Wry smile on his face. And why not? A champion batter is taking the charge, and he's just chased this down so quickly. What a tremendous performance we have seen. Of course, first with the ball, Nabil Aziz with his heroics, 7 wickets to his name, incredible performance. And then over to Adi Usmani, the captain, no hiccups, gave a blistering start. Yes, they did lose 2 wickets early on, but no real problems after that. Both the openers, mind you, they went on a duck. But after that, no troubles whatsoever. Ateeb Usmani, Rais Ahmed, and then Harshad Kaushik also playing a good second fiddle role, ensuring there are no hiccups and they have cruised to victory. And that is a massive defeat They've won this game by 7 wickets. Handshakes all around. This has been pretty much a one-sided encounter, which we believed it is going to be a thriller. But hats off to these men in orange. Simply outstanding in all three departments. Well, not the best of starts in this innings where they lost Mayank early and then Rohit Rathi following his footsteps, both of them not disturbing the scorers. But then since Adib Usmani, the captain, came in that number 3 position, which is a very crucial one, he ensured that he steadies the ship, goes along well, doesn't throw away his wicket. 58 in just 38, and Rais Ahmed unbeaten 61, a match-winning knock. And then Harshit also came in at number 5th position and played smart cricket, ensuring there's no problem whatsoever. Well, Zuhair, he started off well, but later on Adib was severe against him, picked up 2 wickets, Jamshed, and off evening for him. Harshit couldn't really get going. Aftab came into ball where not much runs were required. Basil picked up a wicket in his first over, but then Rais, he was severe against him. Isam brought in so late, was expensive as well. Well, it was a very exciting start. Look at that. First wicket going down, and that's where they believe they are in for a chance. But he was Mani. He came at number 3 position, ensured that they don't have any further troubles after they lost those 2 wickets. Look at that elegance pouring from the bat of Adib Usmani. He looked so stylish, and that was the shot of the day for me. The captain was always in control, stamping his authority, and looked so stylish and elegant every time he looks to play down the ground. And these were the innovations coming in, where he decided to go for the sweep shot, and that was a big monstrous hit. Then came Rais Ahmed, joining the party alongside his partner, and decided, I'm gonna have fun as well. Look at that, excellent use of the feet, always in control was Adib Usmani. And then Rais Ahmed just kept on going his merry way. Started off a little slowly, then just shifted gears, and since then there was no stopping. Playing aerial shots, playing down the ground. Look at that, lovely stroke. Quickly gets into those positions, especially at the back foot. If you bowl marginally short, he is so severe. Bang, look at that, that is a monstrous hit. Brilliant batting display, unstoppable. One-man army, call him whatever you want to. He is a destruction machine. And then this was the winning shot, not the most pleasing ways, but it will seal the deal. And he ensured that his team crosses the line. Ajman winning the toss, batting first, 128, and they were bundled out in just 26.5. Farhan Babar, the lone warrior, 1754. Lovepreet gave a bit of resilience, but lost patience. Nabil Aziz, 7 wickets in 37. 37 is what he gave. Incredible bowling performance. Rao also did well. Fujairah in reply, chasing it down comfortably in a hurry in just 15.4. It was Adib Usmani, Rais Ahmed, and Harshit Kaushik. These 3 played a very smart cricket. And in the end, it is Team Fujairah have won their opening game here, the Emirates D50, powered by Fan Code. Right then, we're just going to dive into a short break, and once we are back, we will be all set for the post-match presentation. Stay tuned.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Rahima? ये आउट है नहीं है वो बता पाए हाँ
Welcome to the post-match presentation of 76 presents Emirates D50 powered by FanCode. It was the opening game where Ajman winning the toss and deciding to bat first and scoring 128, and unfortunately they were bundled out and not playing out the 50 overs. It's just playing 26.5 overs. In reply, Fujairah, they have chased this down comfortably in just 15.4 overs and have won this game comprehensively by 7 wickets. It's now time to invite a very special guest here tonight. Is going to be Mr. Andrew Russell, the National Development Manager of Emirates Cricket Board. An absolute privilege to have you here. And now it's time to announce the player of the match, and the player of the match goes to, I think we don't have surprises here, Nabil Aziz, for his magnificent bowling performance. 8.5 overs, 39 dot deliveries, 37 runs is what he's given, and 7 wickets is what he's picked up. Nabil Aziz, क्या कमाल की आपने शानदार बॉलिंग परफॉर्मेंस किया. सबसे पहले तो ये बताएं, ओपनिंग गेम था, आपको लग कैसा रहा है?
ओपनिंग गेम था, मैंने इसके पहले भी सीरीज़ खेली है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। जिस तरह हमारे साथ प्रदीप साहू सर हैं, वो मुझे बहुत उनसे सीखने मिलता है। और फिर जो हमारे कैप्टन है अदीब भाई, उन्होंने मुझे जो अंदर आप देखते हैं जब मैं कभी बाउंड्री खाता हूँ तो वो हर एक बॉल पे मुझे आके बताते रहते हैं, तो उससे मुझे बहुत कुछ सीखने मिलता है और कॉन्फिडेंस देते हैं मुझे। जिस तरह प्रदीप सर साहू ने मुझे, वहाँ हम लोग प्रैक्टिस कर रहे थे तो उन्होंने मुझे टारगेट दिया था कि ये करना है, ऐसा विकेट है, तो मैं वो प्लान पे था। और जिस तरह मुझे हैदर भाई ने यहाँ यूएई में बुलाया तभी मुझे ये चांस मिला। मोहित भाई, अज़हर भाई ने कितना सपोर्ट किया मुझे। अज़हर भाई ने भी मुझे थोड़ा बहुत बॉलिंग का बताया, फिटनेस का बताया। जैसे मैं इसलिए मैं सुबह प्रैक्टिस करता हूँ, उन्होंने मुझे बोला था कि ये करना है, तो मैं सुबह वही प्रैक्टिस करता हूँ शाम में। तो इसके लिए और मैं मोहित भाई को थैंक्स कहता हूँ कि उन्होंने मुझ पर ट्रस्ट किया, इसलिए मैं आज यहाँ पे हूँ।
आपको बॉलिंग पे बहुत जल्दी आज लेके आगे इंट्रोड्यूस किया। आपको विकेट के बारे में बताएं, क्योंकि आप जिस तरह बॉल कर रहे थे काफ़ी टर्न था विकेट के अंदर।
नहीं, इतना टर्न नहीं था, बट मेरे कैप्टन को मेरे पर भरोसा था, सो मैं उनके भरोसे पे खरा उतरा।
7 विकेटें ली आपने, सबसे अच्छी कौन सी लगी आपको?
सारी सबसे अच्छी ही होती हैं, जो मिल जाए सब विकेट अच्छी ही होती हैं।
आखिरी सवाल, ये प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच आप किसको डेडिकेट करना चाहेंगे?
ये प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच मैं प्रदीप साहू सर को डेडिकेट करना चाहूँगा, बिकॉज वो बहुत इंप्रूवमेंट करे मेरे अंदर, बहुत कुछ उन्होंने मुझे बताया है।
Congratulations, Nabil Aziz, once again. Keep up the good work and best of luck for the next games.
थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
That was Nabil Aziz with his brilliant bowling performance, a champion cricketer picking up 7 wickets, and he was pretty much happy and obliged as to his performance. We are done and dusted for the poster presentation. Do join us tomorrow as we've got another exciting day packed with a lot of thrills and chills. Until then, goodbye and God bless.